Hello and welcome to Shadowrun, The Road to Chaos. I am Shadak Shademore, the Game Master and host for your lovely evenings. Um, we are a completely new group, so have fun getting to know our characters, getting to know our dear players. Um, our dear Jean-Philippe, aka Valentine, will be joining us as soon as he gets in from work, because Black Friday. So, over to you, Bastion.
Hello, I am Elliot Jones. I shall be playing, or also known as Major Dude Strong, whichever one you prefer. I will be playing Bastion, a Japanese glaive-wielding badass. It'll be nice to make your acquaintance.
Nice one. Okay, over to you, Wolf.
So my character's called Wolf, but my actual name is DJ Bluefang. My guy is a British military soldier that has had an extremely bad past and has seen some crap over the years.
Brilliant.
He's old.
Yep. So, we will meet Jean later on in the RP. But for now, let us begin. So, the year 2067. We are in the smoke of London. Wolf, where would you be on a Thursday night?
Standard smoke and gun, drinking myself to sleep.
So, the smoke and gun. The day you walked in here, it's still the same as it ever was. It's a bar where people have pretended for many years that it's an old bar. In fact, it was probably only built about 10 years ago. There's enough holes in the walls and the tables and the bar stools that you get the impression that probably a few fights have broken out here, full of military personnel. Wolf is there at the bar, drinking his usual. I believe it's whiskey, if I remember correctly.
Good old whiskey.
This rather rugged looking dwarf behind the bar. He's obviously standing on some sort of plate just to make sure he doesn't fall off the bar. He greets you and he goes, "So, anything interesting happening tonight?" As he's cleaning the bar.
Unless you count sitting here drinking myself to sleep, no.
Well, that's just your usual stuff, isn't it? So,
Well, nothing else better to do with my time.
so Wolf, I would like you to make a perception check. We have very new players here, so we're still they're still learning how to use their roll sheets. Wolf. Something which I was nice enough to give you, funnily enough. So, Wolf,
I forgot.
being able to spot something. Your perception check is your intuition plus your perception, which is 5 dice to roll.
Okay.
So how many dice did you roll?
I haven't rolled a dice, so I need to roll 5.
5 dice.
This has gone well so
Sorry about that, don't know what happened there. Anyway, DJ, roll the dice.
I'm rolling now. What was it? 5 dice.
5 dice.
Fuck you, sir.
Honestly, I'm so nice, I provide you with roll sheets, you have Chummer that tells you what to do.
No, everybody, calm down.
I rolled 10.
How did you roll 10?
I put roll 5.
He just rolled really, really crappy. He got 2 misses, 2 and
Thank you. So, with your 2 misses, You
At least
are
someone is on the ball.
you are unfortunately extremely. You've had quite a few drinks already, so you don't notice anyone in the building. Not until that is until a hand claps you on the shoulder. It's been a long time, mate.
Mm-hmm. Who the hell are you?
You turn around, and you recognise the form of a man you haven't seen in a very long time. You didn't think that you'd see this guy ever again since your army days, but yet here he stands. You find yourself face to face with Colonel Athelbert. You knew him as once Sergeant Athelbert, a very well-to-do gentleman as it was. Now he's a colonel, looking at you from the time when you got discharged from the army.
Well, goddamn, man, you seem to be doing well for yourself.
Well, I ain't dead yet. Mind if I sit?
Sure. It's the shock enough that you ain't dead yet.
I'm more
The
surprised.
aim that you had.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm surprised you didn't kill me once or twice. So, you've been around.
You're the one with the bad.
You've been around for a while, and I've heard you've been making your own money.
Well, you know, a man has got to find his way.
I've got a proposition for you, if you're willing to listen. That is, and you're not too drunk, and he pokes at your whiskey.
I'm sober-ish enough to listen.
So, what I have for you. Do you remember the old training we used to go through, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standard hardcore stuff.
Yeah. So we got all the fun bits with the obstacle courses. We've got like interrogation checks, all that jazz. I need
If I
you to
remember
do
for
that.
those obstacle courses,
I need you to go through that again. Except I need you to be testing the facility, testing my boys. You up for that?
mate, I can run that stuff in my sleep.
However, I need you to bring a team. At least 2.
Well, that's the beat you got me stuck at. You know my name? I'm a lone wolf.
You aren't that much of a lone wolf. You only turn lone
These
wolf.
days I am.
Well, trust me when I say you won't be able to you won't be able to do this by yourself. It's not a job. It's not a job for a single person.
I might know someone that can give me a couple of guys.
Tell you what. 2 days. 2 days, and meet me at. Do you know the 3 banners?
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'll meet you in 3 days at the banners. All right. Bring your men. I'll bring the details, and I'll see whether.
What exactly do I get in return for this?
Sorry.
What exactly do I get in return for this?
What do you think? New Yen. It's always the New Yen, mate. I need people who have understanding of our methods of the army, but who's not so army that they can't think for themselves. That's why I need.
Yeah, I can do that.
Brilliant. All right, so I'll see you 3 days time. The banners.
3 days. Scouts on.
He gives you a salute, and he downs the drink, and he leaves. So Wolf, how do you prepare to try and find your fellow runners?
I call up an old time buddy.
Which buddy is this?
Huh?
And which buddy are you going to call up?
Johnny B.
So Johnny, he's your ganger friend. You've known him for a good long time. After a few rings, he picks up the phone. So, how you doing, my friend?
Should we stop?
Good. Good.
Yeah. Hello. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm here.
Brilliant. Hey, it's been a while. What's up?
I need you to do me a favor. You know any Shadowrunners? 2 of them. Got some military background. I need to help with something.
All right then. What sort of runners you looking for, mate?
Someone who can go through some military spec tests,
So,
obstacles, interrogation tests, standard stuff.
I'm sure I can find you something. So you're probably looking for someone physical, someone you can take a punch. Yeah, about right.
Well, to be honest, this is for mate. This is something for a mate. I mean, there could be a twig. I could make him for it.
All right. Well, I happen to know that there's a couple of new boys in town. They've only been around here for like a year. So if you want some fresh blood who haven't been spoiled by London yet, you'll probably find them in the Three Banners. That's probably where you're gonna find them.
That's where I'm going.
All right. Well, look out. There's a Japanese chap. He's pretty decent, I've heard. Seen his face around in the West Way. I've also heard there's a French dude. He's pretty. He's not a fighter, but he's definitely got balls on him.
Japanese, maybe. Always love to keep a friend guy about.
Always the way. Always the way. So yeah, you getting money for this one?
Yeah, I'll give you a.
Awesome.
Seeing as you're helping me find the guy.
Anytime, mate. Anytime. All right. I'll have to talk to you later because Tiny's getting a bit bored.
Cool. You have fun with.
Cheers. And the call goes dead. So you've talked to Johnny B, your long time ganger friend. Where do you go now?
Mm-hmm. Continue drinking.
So Wolf, he continues drinking into the night, and the barman gets more and more irritated with Wolf's grumpy persona, especially as Wolf has already put several holes in the bar before, and may or may not be on his last warning. So, after waking up from your stupor at your place of residence in London, major hangover because you probably drank most of the bar that night. But you know you've got to find these two runners.
Cool. Right. A text. This is just awkward for me. I text Johnny B and be like, "Yo, Johnny, know anywhere else I can know exactly where I can find these guys? Anywhere to get a hold of?"
Literally just told you.
Johnny texts back, "Dude, how much did you drink last night?" Told you, 3 banners.
Too much.
3 banners. If anyone knows where they're gonna be, it's there. It's where all the runners hung out.
I remembered something about a free, but I was too drunk to remember the rest of it.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, have fun with your hangover. Hope somebody screams in your ear.
You
See you
mean
later.
hangovers?
You don't get any reply to your last message. So you've just woken up. You've woken up on your bed. Johnny B's obviously pissed off by the fact that you did not listen to a word he said last night because you were so drunk.
He's pissed that you got pissed.
So what do you do now, Wolf?
I stumble around, I find my car, and I drive to the Free Banners.
Brilliant. So you drive.
Because that's the best thing to do while drunk.
Always
I'm
the
not
best thing.
drunk, I have a hangover.
Fortunately,
There's a difference.
Fortunately, this is the sixth world where cars have this thing called grid guide. So fortunately, he does not actually need to drive the thing particularly well because grid guide will do most of the
I
work
press
for him.
go, and
Exactly.
it goes. I fall asleep in the car.
So Wolf, you get out of your hotel room. Fortunately, the Free Banners is really actually just round the corner, but you're so hungover that you barely know what you're even doing up at even this time, even though it's only about 12 o'clock in noon. But you go round to the bar. It's an older building. This is actually the side of town where everything actually has greenery. There's these things called trees and grass. The buildings look Victorian-esque, even though we all know full well that they were probably built in the last century. They're all new old things with little holographic signs on all the shops, and as you're walking down the street, it's an odd mix of old look with new tech. But you get to the Free Banners, and lo and behold, there are Free Banners on the front of the shop in holographic green, blue, and red.
Were they really original with their name?
Yep, very original.
Well then, guys, great thinking. I enter the bar.
Okay, so you push open the old door. They've purposely made this door look a bit more heavy, so it gives you the texture of it. You walk in. There's a few people having lunch. It's quite quiet at the moment, fortunately. There's no major people around. But you know the drill. You walk up to the barman. This older human. He's got greying hair, and sort of an attempt at a moustache, but kind of failing at it. And he looks you up and down and goes, "So, you're looking like to light a few matches? Seen a few fireflies around here?"
Give me a bottle of your finest whiskey and then I'll talk.
He sort of motions downstairs. He knows your type. They have that sort of thing thing where the fireflies live. We do wine up.
Okay, yeah.
Like Hard and Wolf.
He basically he's already seen the fact that you're pretty hungover, and he just sort of points down the stairs. So around the back of the bar, there's a stairs that are leading down. I'm assuming you're going down it.
I go down the stairs.
Yep.
As I go to the back, I say, "Thank you. Wine ain't my thing."
He sort of grunts at you. He's like, bloody drunkard.
I'm not a drunkard. I just enjoy good drink.
Yeah, as well as putting holes in bars, I heard. And as you go down, You pass two doors, toilets. There's obviously a toilet made for meta-humans as well, along with a door which looks like a janitor's closet. You've been here before. You push open the door, and inside there's a whole load of booths. There's booths all around the edge of the room. There's a few tables in the middle, and in one corner there's a slight raised stage area, where a gentleman is playing the piano, along with a beautiful lady wearing a lovely red dress. At the bar, you see a troll and a beautiful elven lady. The troll is managing a drinking contest. It seems like these guys never, ever leaves this bar. Just constantly having this drinking contest. Every time you've come in here, always the same guys having a drinking contest. But they make some money, so the troll doesn't really mind.
I've always heard of trolls under bridges, never heard of trolls in bars.
Yeah. Well, you see, you can look around, or you can go get a drink. Maybe you ask a few questions.
I walk to the bar, ask the same question of before. To the bartender, I go, "Oi, mate, bottle of your finest whiskey."
Oh yeah, you got the new one.
Hey.
Bloody rage, of course, yes, the new one.
Mate, I got the new yen coming at the wazoo.
Right, all right. Okay, put 10 new yen down. Here's your bottle.
Put out 10 new yen, place it next to the bottle.
He hands you the bottle. And he goes, "Go steady on this, all right? These guys, they're harmless when they get drunk. You, well, we've heard stories."
I grab the bottle, swig down half of it before he finishes his sentence.
Ah, dear. So,
Mate, you seen Japanese and French Shadowrun around here?
well, if you're looking for the Frenchie, he's up on stage. Arcade Valentine, introduce yourself and your character.
So, my name is Arcade Valentine. Hello. My character, his name is Jean-Philippe, but he just goes by Jean most of the time. He's a very sophisticated, sexy Frenchman. He's a bit of a ladies' man, a bit debonair, and he loves to play his little piano at all the bars he goes round. And yeah, and so that's what he's doing. Just partying.
So, Arcade, your first roll of the evening. I want you to make a performance check with your piano knowledge skill.
1 second. Hang on, let me just find. What do I roll for that?
So, for you, that is charisma plus your piano skill. So that for you is 9 dice. See, our gentleman from the great sea of France is very good at the piano. His piano is a roll-up one, kind of like one you would see in an old sci-fi, but they've actually invented them now, and they sound like a proper grand piano at this point. So, Arcade, how many hits and how many misses?
I'll check.
Sorry, one. Do it.
You just
Thank
get
you.
used. You need
Yeah,
to make sure you roll with the bot in the Shadowrun,
Exactly.
and you'll be.
Wait, sorry. How do I do that?
So,
I've got a handle.
you got it?
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
So have we got hits and misses yet?
Give him a moment.
Okay.
He's just getting used. We've already done session 0.
Yep.
So I think I got 0 hits and 1 miss, I think.
Okay, so you're really not on best form. You're not quite working out. You haven't worked out how the crowd is feeling to this. It's not awful. You're not getting booed off the stage, but you know it's very average. You're probably not going to make so much money with this. Fortunately, Ruby is there to sort of be the pretty face to your music, so it's not too bad. The troll turns to you, Wolf, and he's like, "That one there with the piano. I don't know about the girl. Maybe a girlfriend, associate, something like that. You have to ask him. Japanese guy? He's over there." He points to literally the opposite corner of the bar, where a rather well suited and obviously a long time shadow running looking gentleman is sat with a young lady who has purple hair with a blue streak across the fringe. They seem to be deep in conversation, and she has decided to drink tea in this bar. So, how do you intend to get?
No, Shirata. I digress. Pokemon is far better than you.
Well, first of all, I turn to the stage and I shout up to the French dude and I say, "Yo, Frenchie, can you play anything good on the piano, or is the only good thing up there the lady?"
I
Damn,
very angrily and very insubordinately and frustratedly start playing the French national anthem, La Marseillaise, while giving the man a death glare.
Make another performance check. Do the same roll again. See whether you pull this off.
Damn, man's got anger.
Does the anger help his piano playing? Is the question.
I believe the English
one hit and 1 miss.
You are still frustrated. It's better. You play a little bit better than you were playing before, but you're just like deaf glaring this.
Focus on the glare.
This rather well built gentleman who's just decided to be just upfront and rude. You know full well that he probably couldn't sing a note.
Mate, my ass can still play better tunes than.
Well, perhaps you would like to come up here and play some, huh?
Mate, the only instrument that I play is my pistol.
Really? In this establishment, you wish to start a gunfight? You
My
must be more stupid than you look.
Bastion is going to stand up, rather frustrated that his conversation is being interrupted, and go, "Can you two please stop measuring your penises and take it outside?"
And so the characters all meet in a full-blown argument in a Shadowrun bar. Oh dear.
And we've lost Major.
No, I need to reset my PC.
Oh. Bro.
Yeah.
Can you speak? Oh no, it still works. I can still hear you. It just needs to turn my TV on and off again, so you get a lovely view of my crock.
Yeah, it's fine because he's done. Poor.
Professionalism. I think that just went flying out the window, guys.
Give us a few seconds.
Wait, we have professionalism?
It's alright.
We're students. We don't do professionalism.
True that.
Major, I'll be good.
Okay, we're back online.
Yep.
No, this
Cool.
will happen every now and then, so it's fine. I'll just stand up and reset it. You don't need to take notice.
Cool. Okay. So this so the lovely Japanese fellow has just shouted at the both of you. How do you react?
My God, you guys are annoying. Please calm yourselves.
Monsieur, I am most sorry. This will not happen again.
I turn to the Japanese guy and be like, "Man, this is probably more interesting than the conversation you two over."
Make
I
it friends.
look at the bar lady and I'll be like, tell me, how adverse are you to violence in this bar?
Well, making violence in this bar, considering pretty much everybody in this bar can shoot a gun or can run you through with magic or a sword, perhaps not the most sensible idea.
Give a very pointed look to him. And there is your answer. Go back to drinking and talking to my lovely lady.
Mate, I could pick a fight anywhere and I'll win.
I'm just not even noticing him at this point. Just
Making all the friends there. Making all the friends. So carry on. How are you going to eventually?
only the grumpiest of men.
How are you eventually going to get these two gentlemen to be on your side, Wolf?
Due to the fact that the Japanese is ignoring me, I pick up that bottle of whiskey of it, and then I throw it towards him and miss just his head and it hits.
Well, you're gonna have to roll for that then.
If you hit me. If you hit me. You're a dead man.
What would that come under? Because it's fighting.
That would be that would be your unarmed.
Letting you know before you even do this. We're in a bar with alcohol, and I have an elemental fire weapon.
You're not supposed to say that. So that's 10 dice.
Oh, it's 10 dice. Cool. Still getting used to this. Oh no, yeah, no, I see it now. So all you need an exclamation mark.
All we need now is for him to epically fail.
What is it? A 5 and a 6 is a hit and one miss, right?
Yep.
5 the hits and 1's a miss.
I have 4 hits and 1 miss.
That's enough. That's enough. You do get rather close to so you throw it, and it does that end over end cinematic thing, and it hits the wall directly behind Bastion's head, right next to his lovely lady's head too, where she shrieks and gives you this look of what the actual.
I stand on him. Shadowrun, please get to safety. And unsheath my glaive, and I said, you should leave, now!
I turn to him. I pull out my polearm. I also look at the Frenchman.
But it's like a natter, not glaive. That makes any difference, but
I turn to the Frenchman and I'm just like, are you going to join in? Or are you going to do what the French always do and retreat?
I slowly put down my piano. I do the old crack of the knuckles, roll up my sleeves, and I just slowly walk up and say, Monsieur, there is one of you. How many people do you think are in this bar? And how many of them do you think are going to be on your own tonight with blood and violence and death?
I don't think many guys in here actually mind a bit of fights. Sure, they're used to it.
Used to it, perhaps, but this is where we come to it.
You get from the bar, the group which has been drinking probably for a good few hours. They got here before you, Bastion, and you, John, were here. They've been drinking for longer than you've been here. And one of them pipes up and goes, Oi, you lot! We just came off a run, alright? We're trying to relax here. If you're gonna fight, fight like real people, alright?
I turn around to see and I shout to them, "Shut up!" I turn back to the Japanese.
Always making all friends today, eh, buddy? He's so dead. So dead. You're gonna have to roll a new character already, mate.
I turn to the Japanese and French, and I'm just like, to be honest, I don't give a monkey's tail what you think of me. But you want to make some...
Now this has finally got my attention. Not the bravado, not the stupidness, not the drunkenness, but money. This is the language I speak.
Apologize to the people of this bar first, and I may consider it.
Madam, gentlemen? Sorry, not sorry. Anyway,
You get the impression.
Such a dick.
You get the impression that Wolf is he has this "I'm too old for this shit" attitude to life in general. And Wolf, you get this impression that the young Japanese fellow in front of you is perhaps younger than his voice would allow you to think, and does a hell of a lot more bravery for perhaps his years should entail.
My naginata still kind of slung across my back, across my shoulders, and I'm like, I'm still waiting for that apology.
goddamn Japanese. Sorry.
Very
That
well.
happy?
Proceed.
Fine. Shall we sit down and have a drink? Barman. Yet again, you'll find this whiskey. For me, at least.
You got put the new yen down.
Here's 20,
Brilliant.
because I'm going to need another bottle in a bit.
Do you want one of the rooms back?
Say that again.
Do you guys
Do you want one of the back rooms?
Nah, we're good out here.
I think perhaps it might be better, monsieur.
Maybe. Depends how things go. Fine, I'll take a back room.
For that maybe
As
sense.
dodgy as that sounds.
Every time. So he swipes across a couple of bottles of whiskey to Wolf. He looks to Bastion and to Jean as if to expect whether you want a drink or not. Gives a nod to Bastion. How about you? You with the piano.
I will just take some water. I like to have a clear head when discussing business with someone like this.
Give me a moment and I will second that. And I just walk over to Charita, discuss quietly with her just what's going on. And, basically transmit the old fart's apology in the corner. And will otherwise kind of give her a small hug and let her go on her way before going to the designated back room.
She gives you that hug. Before she leaves, however, she goes up to the lady in red, and those two start chatting.
Damn it.
And just before you leave, you hear both of them outrageously laughing. Before you are shown to room number 2.
Cool.
The troll who's the barman who's shown you the way. He looks to you, Wolf, and goes, "Put bloody holes in my bar. I'll put bloody holes in you. All right? Now enjoy your whiskey,
Wink.
mate." And he passes you the bottle and he leaves.
Cool. Right, gentlemen. I then take a whisk.
I'm already in there.
I take a whisk of my whiskey. I take a sip of my whiskey. Gentlemen, I have a friend told me about you. Said you two might be useful to me. And a job today. As you can probably tell, old, gritty, military. Got an old friend of mine, a colonel. Needs some people to test out some of their new training. Pays well.
How much is well? It better be damn good considering you just nearly scared my fiancée. I mean friend.
I quite agree. I do not like people who interrupt my music.
Well, you didn't give me an exact number, but it
Wondering
is
how
well.
easy that came out. Silence! All of you, be quiet.
Easy money, easy testing. I've done it before. Can't be that hard.
So if you have done it before, what do you have to do for this testing?
Multiple courses, weapons training, interrogation.
Wait, let you go in to interrogate us.
Yeah. Basically, can you go fast and can you hold your grip? And can you beat the crap out of the people you need to?
Well, I suppose so, yes. This seems very unorthodox.
Do we get paid if we fail?
As I said, it's testing it. Gotta find out its weaknesses and strengths. If you fail it, still get paid.
Then I am in.
Very well. I shall agree to this.
Very well. We meet 2 days back here.
All right. But, one more thing. And I walk up to him, and the blade on my back glitters a little dark red as a little bit of elemental energy kind of... It doesn't activate, but you can see that this blade isn't very... You don't want to get on the wrong end of it. And my character kind of, Yosai, or Bastion, whichever one you prefer. Bastion to you, because you don't know his real name. We'll lean in, and we'll just say, "Threaten my friends again, and you shall find yourself without those arms that you throw around." And I'm gonna leave.
I wait until
with a sweep of Bastion's cloak and a slamming of a door, Bastion leaves the room in an attempt to cause as much of a air as possible as he leaves.
A fire and elemental blade. Could be useful.
after he's left, I walk up, sort of trying to do a similar gesture as possible. I lean in and I say, "He's no fun, is he?" And then I pat him and then leave.
So, I'm assuming.
Character's not a fun guy.
So, does your character
He's
do
very
anything
serious.
in the last 2 days, leading up to the meet?
Just continue training. Like, if I'm going on a training exercise, I need to be limber, so I'm just training my free running now.
Very well.
Drink, play music.
I could go back to the smoking gun and just get absolutely hammered yet again.
Jean, roll 1d6.
Okay.
Everybody hates your music. What are you doing?
This is interesting so far.
I hope so.
Oh no. Oh no. I rolled a 2.
That's all right. You get 20 new yen for your little playing.
Damn it, he's earning money.
Ooh, money!
What happens when you're basically the bard of the group? So, 2 days pass. It is now a jolly Sunday afternoon. Well, you'd say jolly if you could see the sun through the smoke. It's rather it's typical London to you. You can just about see a
Smoggy.
haze through the clouds of grey. But at least it's nice to be in the village side of London. It's cleaner. Well, as clean as London gets. Bastion is probably there first because being a free runner, he probably has been jumping over buildings.
I am always on time. Wink.
So you make for the bar. You
Gotcha.
you do use the password, and you get downstairs and you establish yourself in the bar. You haven't got Sherita with you this time. How about you, Jean? Do you arrive fashionably late, or on time, or really early?
I arrived just about on time. A couple of minutes later.
So a little bit fashionably late then. So Jean, he walks into the bar. He's not quite so sure about the password thing, but he works it out. Goes downstairs. Yep, and you I assume you meet up with Bastion.
Yeah.
It is good to see you again.
It is acceptable to see you again, I suppose. We shall see if it is good, will we not?
Perhaps.
So
Indeed.
So you both get your drinks. You sit there for a while. You're waiting for the grumpiest gentleman you've ever met in your entire life, apart from maybe your own father's, to actually turn up.
Literally a mic.
So I'm assuming Wolf probably at this point he arrives a bit later because he's probably gotten a bit hungover again.
Oh no, I was sleeping in the spare room in the bar.
Ah.
I went back there and I was there the night before.
So actually,
An hour later, after they arrive, I stumble out the back room and I go, well, that was one hell of a 2-day streak.
Sorry, did your character just drink for 2 days straight?
Got that military liver.
Pretty sure there's nothing left. It's just this all shriveled, unhappy prune of a liver. And you give it water. It's like, my God, it's a miracle.
Oh, I'm being nice. I'm being nice here because this is your first stream, so watch out. You might get an addiction to alcohol, Wolf. But anyway.
I think he already has one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a runner's bar, so you're quite used to the idea that A, there are runners here, but B, Johnsons also turn up here. And a few minutes later, Colonel Applebert arrives. He surveys a lot of you, trying to work out your type before he goes to sit down next to you. Is this your team, Wolf?
For now, yes.
Have you introduced them to me? Or shall I introduce myself, Wolf?
I think they're big and ugly enough to introduce themselves.
He stands in front of the table that you guys have picked to host your meeting, and he extends a hand first to Bastion, being the obviously
I shake
youngest
it.
one.
I shake it. An honor to meet you.
What is your name, young man?
My name is Bastion.
Good to meet you, Bastion. And yours, sir? Folds it out to Jean.
I take his hand and I shake it and I say, Bonjour, Monsieur Colonel. And I do the going to give him a kiss on the cheek like the French do. And how does he respond as I move in?
He seems a bit taken aback. This is not how the military generally greet each other. But he politely holds up a hand and he goes, I know this is a custom in your country, but we do not use it with military personnel here. But
Probably the most action you've seen in a while, isn't it, Colonel?
Very well, Monsieur Colonel. I am not military personnel, but I can respect your needs.
He bursts out
I'm
laughing.
sure he has needs, alright.
He bursts out laughing at Wolf and he goes, well, Wouldn't you like to know, since the fact you're so observant, and he holds up his hand, and you see there's a gold wedding ring on his hand. Seems like I'm getting
Who's the
more
unlucky
action than
guy?
you. Well, I call myself lucky.
What did you marry? Your pistol?
Nah, that was your job, mate. And after a little bit of banter between Wolf and the Colonel, he pulls up a proper chair, and he sits down. He's actually gotten for a glass of wine instead. So, assuming dear Wolf has not has been his usual self, I will introduce myself properly. I am Colonel Ethelbert Bowman. I used to work with Wolf back in the old days. The mission: I need people to run my training course. I need people to test the cadets I have, and I need to make sure that the course is difficult enough that the wet behind the ears cadets can complete it, but not so easy that they think that they are some sort of big shot. But also I don't want it to be impossible. So if you fail, do not worry. It just means that there's something missing. What are your I know his skills. What are your skills, Bastion?
I can free run, and I am proficient with my weapon, the Naginata. I can also pilot aircraft, fixed wing.
A fighter, I see. I can abide by
Literally.
that. I can abide by that. That'll be useful. And you, Jean.
Monsieur Colonel, I talk to people, I sing songs, I do own a pistol, and I have been known to shoot it once or twice, but the aim is not so great.
Face.
I mainly spend my time eating croissants.
He properly sighs. He knows your type, and he goes, "Oh, you're a face. That's not a bad skill for this task." So, are you still interested in hearing about the job?
But
Awesome. Right. So taking an actual proper look at this gentleman, he's probably somewhere in his 40s, maybe a little bit younger than Wolf, but probably not by much. He's wearing a properly tailored suit, quite obviously armored, much like somebody else in the group who has an armored suit. Very clean cut haircut, very proper looking. A man of little fuss, so to speak. And he leans back and he sort of surveys you all before he continues. So the mission, it comes in 4 stages. Stage 1, you need to get to the main room. The main room is within the facility, and I need you to get through the facility without being called in by the guards. Note, you kill any of the guards, you do not get paid. Looks directly at Wolf.
So we need to.
I will allow you to knock them out, because frankly, they could do with being a little less wet around the ears. They're still a bit young for this, really. But
I only kill when you, which is most.
Indeed. Well, so
Not impressed.
you are required to get to the facility however way you feel necessary. Do not cause grievous harm to my staff, and do not cause big holes in the building itself, if you please. I do want a facility after this mission. Stage 2. When you enter the room, you'll be met by one of the instructors. He will log your time of arrival and any other particular injuries that you have sustained along the way. The next one is a basic obstacle course. You've run these before, Wolf. I suspect you remember from the old days.
I can run it in my sleep blindfolded.
Your ego's gonna get the better of you. Don't.
Maybe.
The next bit. This is probably more an area for you, Jean. We have the next part is basically we have a cadet who needs to learn his interrogation techniques. He needs to be able to hold out under minor interrogation. Now we're not doing any serious damage to him. You can sort of smack him about a bit. You know, this is an interrogation after all. But he has been instructed that he has to withhold information from you, and to last as long as he possibly can before giving that information to you.
Last 2 seconds for me.
They've been trained not to just go with physical force, young wolf. The last one.
Hell, are you calling young?
You act like a teenager. You get the feeling that
Yeah,
these
I'm
two
probably older
know
than
each
these
other a
two
lot.
combined.
You get the feeling that a wolf and the colonel have a lot of history between them.
I'm not a young man anymore.
The last stage. This is an information extraction under fire. There will be a course. Basically, we need you to get through a maze of corridors and rooms, that sort of thing. And there will be pop-ups for you to take care of. Of course, you can shoot these pop-ups. You can, mess them up any way you like. Try not to blow up the actual building, but you can mess up the pop-ups as much as you like. There'll be a room, and you have to get the file from the computer and then get out. That is the main job. You are to meet me in my main office, and then I can pay you your money. How does this sit with you?
Sounds good to me.
Very well.
You Wolf, you in?
I have absolutely nothing better to do with my time than drinking, so why not?
Very well, very well. I assume you'll be wanting payment as well. He gives a cheeky smile, since the fact that none of you have even asked for payment.
If you do not pay us, I shall not do this job.
Yes, I would have thought that would go without saying. You are a professional, are you not, Mr. Kern?
I'm a professional colonel, if that makes any difference. So the payment I've been allowed for you to have is 8,000 new yen for the group. So it should be a milk run for you guys, really. So it's 8,000 new yen, extra 1,000 on top if you manage to complete it cleanly. Do note, if you kill any of my men or you cause major collateral damage, you will not be paid.
If one of us causes damage and the other one does not, does that mean the one who did not still gets paid?
He sits back and he thinking, yeah, the answer's pretty clever. Tell you what, if you can show that
I'm looking at Wolf right now.
he sort of looks over at Wolf and he gives a knowing nod. He goes, "I will accept that."
Very well.
I shrug.
Frenchman, we're fine.
I would say we are fine, but is there not perhaps a little bit more on that bonus? It is a quite hard task to keep this wolfman in line.
Yeah. Trust me, I've worked with this chap. I know. Uh, well, what were you thinking, Jean?
Well, I'm thinking I quite like being French. Decimal numbers. Perhaps we round that up with another 1,000, make it 10,000 overall, 8,000 now, 2,000 is a bonus. What do you think?
I'd be happy with this.
Time for another roll, Jean Philippe. A
Can
charisma.
he get advantage if I assist him?
There's no advantage in this game.
Damn it!
No D&D rules here. But he does get 12
Your
dice.
D&D rules have no power here.
But he does get 12 dice to roll with.
I am pretty good at this.
Yep. This is kind of why you have him, in all honesty. And this is why
To get us more money.
I have all of my millions of dice, which you are not allowed to see.
He's there because he looks pretty and he can do stuff.
3 hits, 2 misses.
3 hits, 2 misses. Okay. Let me get my dice out because I'm actually rolling in the physical world.
Because they see you rolling.
The hating.
And they just say, "Damn, you're too white and nerdy."
So what was it? What was it for you? 3 hits.
3 hits and 2.
Oh, he beats you. He beats you with his roll. Only just though.
He has 180 hits and 1 miss.
If you manage to keep Wolf in line as well, I'll throw in an extra 100, but I can't give you much more than that. It is army rates after all. You remember army rates?
This will do. This will do.
Trust me, gents.
108.
You ask for any more and the army's going to go bankrupt.
Yeah, true. So, we're in agreement then, gentlemen. He holds out his hand.
Very well. I shall shake it first.
Good to have you on board, Bastion.
My purpose is to annoy the old man and be a dick to you. It's okay. No, I'm just gonna try to get along well with you, Jean. But I'm literally just not gonna like this old dude here. I shake it first.
Yep.
I back slightly as though I were expecting to shake a hand, and just calmly sort of brush myself down and say, "But of course, monsieur," and then shake his hand.
So, I'm assuming you're in, Wolf?
I look at the colonel, and while taking a swig of my whiskey from the bottle again, I just put my thumbs up.
By the way, Wolf, no alcohol on the mission, alright?
It's fine. I'll drink enough to be in my system before.
Right. So, the mission starts at 10 p.m. Okay? 10 p.m. And I need you there at the Horatio facility in the Docklands, right? Tomorrow
Today.
night. Tomorrow night.
Cool.
So, the colonel regards each of you, gives Jean and Bastion a small bow, and to Wolf he gives a salute.
I salute back.
I bow slightly and go. Then the deal is struck.
Indeed.
I just sort of have a beamed look on my face.
Very well. I'll see you sometime after 10, considering I will be watching your progress. And he leaves in a very militaristic, doing the corners fashion.
And that, gentleman, is why I left the army. Or why I hated the army.
I do not blame you.
So you have today, the rest of today, and tomorrow to plan how you're going to do this mission.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, plan is we run in, shoot everything, because that's usually my plan.
The plan is not to shoot everything, but to shoot things so that they will not die. Injuries, however, he said nothing about.
Indeed,
basically-
he was fuzzy on the subject of kneecaps. I would say that
He said no.
just whatever you want to do, let's do something else.
Sean, are you sure you're going to be able to hit the kneecaps with your wonky aiming?
I would have thought that is where you come in. I will do the talking, you will do the fighting.
I'm so
Basically-
passionate.
Basically, I'm sure that John here can be a good distraction.
But of
Wolf,
course,
you will be a hit unit. I will be the agile one here, it seems.
And I'll be the one who runs in guns blazing and knocks.
As long as you don't kill them, I think we are rather good.
Gentlemen, I think we have a plan.
Now, let us see if we can get any blueprints for this building.
I love it when a plan comes together.
No, you seriously say that? Can you feel the copyright? Can you just feel it drowning us right now?
it's fair use. It's fair use. It's transforming.
Puts a bad hammer on DJ. So yeah, how are you gonna go about finding these blueprints? Do you go separate ways? Do you hang around?
I'm sure Wolf has contacts.
I'm cool. Epsilon.
Dun dun.
Here's my information broker.
You it's a bit odd trying to call up Epsilon, really.
You don't really call, you text.
You do get a call, but it's kind of like listening to
Dial up.
Computer binary.
more like when you do text to speech.
The Windows startup sound.
Yes, it's kind of like that. In fact, that is in fact the hold music you have, just that startup music again and again and again. Eventually you get
Whilst you're
through.
receiving text.
Eventually you get through to Epsilon, where you get a hello, this is Epsilon. How can I help you?
Epsilon, it's Wolf. I need blueprints of this building. I'm texting you the name now.
Horatio, the Horatio facility, in the Docklands. I see. What do you need the blueprints for?
We're doing a training run for it. We need to know the layout so we can plan what our attacks and stuff are going to be like.
Very well. And what do I get out of this?
I can buy you
Sorry?
I can buy you a new circuit board.
I do not need new circuit boards, silly boy.
Fine, I'll transfer you 500 new N.
This is acceptable. Bloop. And you get through a image, and you do get a blueprint of most of the facility. However, they have noted certain areas seem to be very fuzzy. The main bottom floor, however, is very well detailed.
You didn't pay me enough.
You can see where the staircases are. You can see where the main dining hall are. You can see where the offices are, where all the cadets would sleep. You've got a fairly well.
This is
decent one.
fuzzier than the fog outside.
They tend to change the facility layout quite often, and so only the bottom floor is for sure. But you know, there is at least this much land behind it, and they extend the picture, and you see there's quite a large building behind the circular one. It is just a blank
That's a
space,
big building.
but you can see the size of it.
Hmm.
Do you need
Interesting.
anything else?
There's no floor plans for this or anything. It's just a blank space.
They change it. It is a training facility,
Hmm.
after all. They do not publish.
Fine. No, there's nothing else.
Very well.
Thank you, Epsilon.
It's good to doing business with you. Bye-bye.
As per you.
Balloon.
I am going to use my MetaLink instead of my BetaLink, and I'm going to. Oh, by the way, viewers, in case you want to know, you get different versions of MetaLink. You can get like really crappy ones. They're like phones. You can get like really crappy ones and really good ones. I'm using a really crappy one, which is just a normal MetaLink. You can get better ones, so I call them better links. So that's just in case you know. Right. So I'm going to call Kage on my MetaLink, and I'm going to ask him if he has any information on the building that isn't public known. If there's any secret entrances like sewers or grates, or how big is the air duct system, that sort of thing. Stuff that he would know, or might know about any buildings that he can get a scan on before, obviously, that the evening hits.
So you do try to get through to him. It takes a good long while. Obviously, something is holding him up, which is a bit unusual. Before you get, hello, Bastian. It is good to see you, or hear you, in fact, since you're on your terrible, terrible comlink. Why you even keep that?
I'm aware.
Your question.
I would ask that you find me any information about the Horatio building. Any information about entrances, exits. Things that can be, perhaps, snuck past without anybody noticing.
Brother, you know I do not know much about London military. That is not my area.
I'm aware. Merely asking as a long shot.
I cannot help you in that area, brother. However, sometimes the best option is not necessarily the loudest option, as you well know.
I'm aware.
Remember, sometimes you must be bamboo, strong yet flexible in your decisions.
Understood. Thank you for your advice, brother. And I'm gonna hang up and call Sharita to see if she knows anything.
Meanwhile, Wolf plans how to use how many explosives he needs to blow up the front entrance.
God damn it! I quickly call Sharita to see if she knows anything. I'm like asking like as a bit of a long shot sort of thing.
£10 it is,
not
£20
even a single ring has gone by when the phone picks up. You hear the clattering of metal on metal. You suspect that she may be doing something to that wreck of a car that you've got. The melted heap of a car, which in previous runs you had somehow melted into a solid lump.
Wasn't me just that.
Oh, Bastian, hi. So, what's going on? Can I help?
I have a meeting in the Horatio building. I was merely going to ask if you knew any special entrances or exits.
Meeting.
I kind of put my hand over the microphone. Yes.
Well, well, I don't know about secret entrances, but I know there's a catering company that goes to that building. They tend to always come every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Around
Day is tomorrow. Just not asking Sharita this. I'm just asking you what day is tomorrow. In the game.
It'll be Monday.
Ah, nice. How convenient. Keep going.
Yeah, they deliver food. Most of those days. I mean,
Did somebody say food?
so perhaps they would know a bit better if you. I mean, I don't know about entrances, but they obviously get the food in somehow, so maybe that can help.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you again later.
You too. I'll make the tea.
Understood. See you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And hang up quietly.
I turn to the group and say, my friends, I know someone who is a bit of a rogue element. Shall I see if he can try and get us some uniforms to steal off them and pretend to be them?
Do what you must.
This will be done.
As long as it's something that I can wear over my clothes.
Well, just let me know sort of your sizes, I guess, that you will need over it. We'll look it up, get some badges.
That's classified.
How big are your weapons, old man?
Did you say my weapons?
Said your wife runs.
Your weapon storage.
That's weapon storage down.
I believe that would be called final defense. It is quite terrifying. I don't know what you're all laughing at. This is a very serious matter.
Lot of chaos. I separate from them slightly, compose myself, and I give my my good friend Muggy a call.
And I sit there breaking down laughing, saying, "Damn it, you Japanese are always so bloody serious."
So,
Best thing about Bastion, you never know when he's joking or not.
Mate, do you pull any other thing? Apart from...
So panning away from the banter between the very young Bastion and the much older Wolf, just in the background of Jean-Philippe's call to his very good friend Muggy, who he
As for which we start to argue about which way is the proper way to fight.
Very well. So all you in the background. Now, Muggy, you know Muggy. He has terrible tech. You're not a tech either, but you're quite used to the static you get on the other end of the line. But the very familiar, really down to earth accent of Muggy chimes through. Hey, Sean, it's been too long. What's up?
Oh, it really has. I've just been so busy. But, Muggy, who is your favorite friend?
Well, we all know who my favorite friend is. It's Jasmine.
Well, okay, who's perhaps your second favorite?
Well,
Not you!
I totally could say Tiny, but you know, let's be honest, it's definitely you, mate.
But of course. Okay, this is the situation. We have a bit of a last-minute job we are doing. I need to infiltrate a building. If I give you the name of a catering company, you and your friend, you like to take things that don't belong to you. Would you perhaps be able to us 3 uniforms? If I give you the name of this company, perhaps of them, perhaps somewhere else that looks official. Something you can do.
Mate, let's be honest. I am basically a pro at this. Like, you're not even on my level, mate. When it comes to this sort of thing, we all know this. I am like the king of this, but it's
He's
fine.
basically telling you to get grub.
But it's fine. What's the company name? What's the company name?
What was the name of the company, Bastion?
Do none of you have ears? The name is Horatio.
What are we talking about again?
Horatio. Horatio. Oh, it's very hard to say in my accent.
Horatio, you idiot.
I'm sure you'll get it someday, child.
The Horatio facility. Isn't that like army nonsense?
Yes.
All those stiff guys in green.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Yes.
Just yes.
Ah. And you want to? Did you say the catering company? You want to
Yes.
get uniforms.
We
Will you be able to?
Oh,
As much as I hate to ask, mate, can you spare a few coins so that I can bribe a few?
Oh, but of course. How much will you need, Muggy?
They're low level. They can handle a couple hundred.
Okay, easy's done. You know I am good for it.
Very well. Pass it to me. Pass it to me after you've done your little expedition, shall we say?
Of course, of course.
Also, how's Ruby, eh?
She is feeling a lot better since last time, so that is very good. That is very good.
Awesome, mate. Catch you on the flip side. I'll drop them off. Shall I drop them at your place?
Yes, drop them at mine. I will then bring them to my group.
I see. I'll see you then. Like 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. I can get them by.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you.
See you, chummer.
Oh boy.
And with that, your friend closes the phone on you. Off on one of his scavenging missions.
Great. So got uniforms. Go
I
team.
didn't randomly shout in my very drunken mess due to the fact that I've actually already drunk about 5 bottles of whiskey. I say, and hey guys, seeing as to the fact that we're now a group, we need a name. Because why not?
Bastion and his merry idiots.
Hey, I'm not an idiot. He's the idiot.
My apologies. I was trying this thing you people call humor.
Oh, you're not very good at it.
The wolf, the
You
sushi,
shouldn't
and the
take
baguette
things
player.
so seriously.
How about this? The wolf, the sushi, and the baguette player.
No. How about the Grande Armée de Paris? It has a touch of class, don't you think?
It sounds like a dinner dish.
Sounds too French.
It's very French. That's probably why it sounds like a dinner.
Sounds like a French dinner. Oh god, please don't tell me it hasn't got frog's legs on it.
Frog's legs are lovely. You are an uncultured swine if you do not like frog's legs.
Mate, I'd eat my steak.
The night wanes
Which
on.
makes me an American and British.
The night wanes on as you are discussing group names.
This is like going to like early morning, just discussing this shit.
Yeah,
Of course.
It gets to like
Just
2
going
a.m.
round and round in
So
circles.
we all just get drunker and drunker, and the names become stupider and stupider.
Eventually, we're just called the shits.
You know what? All of you just make a
Yes.
willpower test. Just straight
Aye,
up your
sure.
willpower.
Willpower?
Where's
Just how many?
where's
just roll as
willpower?
many dice as your willpower is.
Where is
It's on the first page of
Alright,
the
one.
It's on the first page of my roll sheet. It's on. Shadow, help me out here.
It's literally on the first sheet of your chummer sheet.
Am I just really blind?
Straight willpower, yeah?
Just straight willpower.
No additions, just willpower.
Get wrecked, Sonny.
I think I'm.
That's 2 hits, no misses, for a total of 16. 46.
Okay, so 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4. What was that?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't actually
Missed
find my
half.
willpower thing because I appear to be.
Okay, so that's 2 hits and 1 miss.
Okay. Oh dear. What am I to do with you, Wolf?
So I'm professional.
No.
So wait, has he found his willpower yet?
No, because I appear to be blind. I need to zoom in.
So do you have your actual chummer sheet in front of you, or what have you got?
I don't actually know mine off.
I've got the
Well,
roll sheet in front
Good
of
for
me.
you. Because I was going to say, if you can't find it on your roll sheet, your willpower should be on your chummer sheet, right?
It is on your chummer sheet.
I
It's on the
Yeah.
first
don't
page
know
of your
where
chummer
any of this
sheet.
stuff.
So if you open up
Sorry.
your chummer sheet, it's literally they're all underneath your name.
Willpower. One.
See, you have willpower of 1. Roll your 1 dice.
Good luck. Bon chance.
I've given up on the world. Okay. 6.
Okay, so all of you have at least 1 hit. Bastion is actually holding his own a little better than the rest of you. But it is if there was a drinking contest, Bastion at this point would probably be winning. Maybe that's because he drank less before. Maybe it's just because he's got a high constitution. We will never know.
Probably because of the fact I haven't stopped drinking for the last 6 years.
I'm French. Our blood is wine.
So yeah, it's about 3 a.m.
Hence why you can't hold down a beer.
My blood is sake.
God, I'm so offensive. My character is just hating everyone.
I know. You're such
Is
a
that
dick. Why?
I would just like to say at this point, if there is any French person that I've offended from the lots of people that are watching,
Or anyone we've offended with our accents.
He's been offensive in character. This is not actually his normal personality.
Only much worse.
No,
And I would hope that everyone realizes that my character is France. I've been to Paris. It's a wonderful country, and everyone should go visit.
I'm only offended to my friend.
I'm just going off Hanzo, off Overwatch, if anyone's interested. No.
always
Hanzo!
Hanzo, sake!
So, anyway, you managed to finish getting drunk. You still haven't decided on a name yet because, frankly, you are so drunk, you do not understand what you're doing, really. But it's okay.
And I'm just sitting at the table like this.
After a while, you know, the troll comes along and goes, "Oi, you lot! No, Wolf, you will not stay here another night. Get the hell out."
Oh, come on, you love me.
Very well,
No,
I shall
even-
leave.
even-
Thank you for your hospitality. I stand.
It's good at least one of you lot has a head on them, and he does a pat on the back.
I'm not drunk.
He pats you on the back a little bit harder than average, but then again he is a troll, so you know. He might just pat you on the back a little bit harder because he's a troll.
You should watch out, Wolf. This man could throw you out.
And the only person that throws me out is my mother.
So
And she's not around.
I am more than happy to leave.
I thought she was never around in the first place.
you are perhaps you and your Ruby friend. You're welcome to play here. Perhaps get a bit more affiliated though with some more English songs. It might make you some more money.
I think that is probably a good idea.
I'm
I am
pretty left
not-
by this point.
So yeah.
I'm not the best British man to be friends with.
No, you're not.
What time is it?
The troll by this point he's pissed off with your nonsense. He can't be asked to wait for you to struggle up from the chair, and he sort of grabs you by the back of the shirt and sort of lifts you to your feet.
Hey, what the hell are you freaking doing? Do you know who you are grabbing?
Git, Wolf. Go back to your den. You can come back and drink here again when you've actually sobered up enough to have another drink. And he doesn't take you all the way out to the front door, but he takes you out of the room and sort of does a little push to, as if to say, get a move on. The other lady behind the bar sort of sees this and sort of rolls her eyes at the spectacle, and so it gives Jean a sort of as you all leave. So, when do you meet up? Do you meet up at Jean's place? Do you arrange? How do you?
You're not coming to my house.
That's all. That's all your decision. How do you meet up? How do you begin your mission?
I'm comfortable to have them a meeting point near my house, but they're not allowed to come at my house.
In the morning, well, actually, my morning, which is usually like afternoon, it's like 2 o'clock, I text them the location of the smoking gun. The greatest military bar out there.
Presumably just meet there.
I guess.
So much easier.
The Terry
Yeah,
is.
okay.
Hey guys, meet me here. I might be slightly drunk already. 1 hour. Bring what you need.
Yeah. Okay.
So you get a location which is right next to Battersea Park, which you know is in the city district. Considering both of you have decent lifestyles, you find it pretty easy to get across town using the London Underground and the railway and the
In the
buses.
underground. The
Unless-
underground.
My car is parked outside.
Assuming Bastion does not decide that he's going to free run it across the city.
I am too tired of that crap. It's in the morning. I'm not going to do that. Or in the afternoon. Can we take a quick 10-minute break to grab drinks and that sort of thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and just something that seems wise. Like we are about an hour and 40 minutes into the session.
Jesus.
So
No problem. Everyone, meet
Yeah.
back here in 10 minutes,
yeah.
and we will...
Most sessions seem to be like 3-4 hours, so might be wise to get some stuff before we head back
Yeah,
into it.
we
No,
will do a
absolutely.
10-minute break. Go have a 10-minute break, everyone.
Right. I need to stretch my back.
Right. So come
Do
back here
we know
at
that? We don't need to-
9:50. All right.
9:50.
9:50.
Hi guys. I'll be back. We pause stream without being.
Don't die yet.
Yes, sorry, I've had the dice rolls. I'm just not used to them. Why?
Hello, and welcome back from our lovely break. Um, we just left off our team after they had just received their mission from Colonel Applebert Bowman. Um, they have just got themselves a bunch of uniforms for the catering company that supplies the Horato facility for their food, and are planning to meet up at the Smoke and Gun. So, what time do you meet up, guys?
Considering our lovely military man has woken up at midday again, I suppose probably a couple hours after that. 2 p.m. Okay, so probably meet about 4 p.m.
Okay.
Plan for another couple hours and then head off before it even hits.
Yeah.
With the kitchen crew, obviously.
Very well. So Wolf has already been at the bar, probably for a little bit of a while, anyway. However, you have been regaling that you are doing some training for some wet behind the ear cadets, and the guy behind the bar. Suddenly the whiskey does not taste nearly as strong as you suspected.
What the hell is wrong with this whiskey?
Ain't nothing wrong with the whiskey, but you're getting drunk, too drunk to do military tests. They want a clean test.
So, what?
If you're getting paid for it, do it properly.
I can do this stuff properly. In my sleep, blindfolded, and walking backwards.
Yeah, you can do the fighting walking backwards, but the thinking, this thing, and he sort of taps you on the forehead. He goes, "This thing gets screwed up by the alcohol. I know because you've wrecked my bar enough."
Tap my forehead again, and I'm gonna throw you through that bloody window.
You try, and I'll get my men to throw you out of my bar. I'll provide you with alcohol, mate.
And I'll break their backs before they throw me.
He just laughs. You've been thrown out of this bar a few times before now. He still likes you back in because you're still one of his best patrons.
Fine. Behave for that.
Don't worry, I'll still have your bottle of whiskey when you get back. So you arrive around 4 p.m. Bastion, being the ever on-time sort of person that he is, he turns up precisely on time. Basically, the second hand has just clicked on.
5 minutes early.
Oh, even better. So he's even.
Always 5 minutes early.
Question is, does he introduce himself 5 minutes early?
Exactly on time in that situation, my friend, I assure you. No,
Every time.
don't worry, you guys stop. Yeah, yeah. I arrive about 5 minutes early, and I'm kind of just waiting there near the bar. I'm not sitting next to Wolf because he already stinks of alcohol, so I'm kind of keeping my distance.
That's very well.
That is my scent.
My order.
The amount of bottles that have been broken over my head, you don't want to know.
You say this, and I'm sitting about 5 seats away from you, just like, I'm sure you're right. Just kind of drinking a glass of water, like, ain't none of my business.
So how long until Jean turns up?
So I show up at sort of on the time, on the dot, walk through the door, and I just look at the two of them sitting in the bar and say, well, at least we have team spirit. And then I take a seat right in the middle of the two of them.
So,
I have nothing against working with this man. His scent is merely annoying. Perhaps he should mask it before we go on our expedition.
I ain't masking anything. This is my standard scent. Smelled like this for years. Okay, I probably should smell like crap.
the dwarven barman, he sort of walks over to you, perfectly balanced on whatever beam he has behind the bar to keep him above the bar height.
He's got like a single wooden stilt.
Yep, pretty much.
Hey mate, when you gonna have your growth spurt?
He turns to you and goes, "Shut the fuck up. I can still smack you around the face when I need to. You guys drinking?
Only if I sit on the floor.
It's all right. I may not be able to punch your face, but something else that you consider important is right at the right height. You drinking anything, sir?"
No, thank you. Just a glass of water.
No worries, mate. No worries. He sort of gets a proper beer mug worth of water for you.
That is some good quality H2O.
How about you?
Only the
I will
quality.
take a martini. I will take a martini. Still, not shaken.
Anti-bond. It's an anti-bond. Run.
I don't know about the H and the O, but I got a 2 right here for you.
I don't even look at this.
So the barb the barman just sort of rolls his eyes at Wolf, looks at you and goes, "You sure you're not elf?" He sort of looks around at Jean's ears and he's like, "Eh, you have the same sort of taste as the elf around here." And he goes and he,
Trust me, I'm not a filthy elf.
hey,
Some of the best people I know are elves.
he stops you right there and goes, "Not in my bar. Ain't having none of that. You keep that stuff out."
Frenchie.
And he makes a martini and he's flipping the martini shaker. He's doing all the tricks. He's got this down to a fine art. And he pours the drink out and he stirs it so that it's stirred but not shaken.
Wonderful.
You New Year, lads.
Place
You
down
still
the
got,
appropriate
you still got that
melody.
tab going that I had.
Yeah, you need to pay that. Nah, you're right. You're right, kid. You're right, kid.
There's always that one goes, like, oh, I'll just take tap water.
My character doesn't get alcohol in the system for a job which will require high reaction.
Yeah, you drink any.
It's called being the smart one.
I have to admit, if you carry on, Wolf, and you may get minuses due to being under the influence of alcohol, slightly. But
I will be sober.
so yeah. Um, the barman, he takes your new yen and he scuttles off to the other end of the bar, where there's a couple of elven ladies who are flirting and sort of looking down the bar. They sort of spot Wolf and they sort of stop flirting and carry on drinking their wine.
Hey, Frenchie, ain't those your type?
Oh, but of course, anyone's my type.
Yeah, remind me to stay.
I will never understand any of you.
See,
Perhaps you don't want to drink so much that you pass out.
I don't even understand you.
Oh my god, can you stop arguing? Just get married already, Jesus.
Question, why do you never smile?
I have no cause to around people like you.
on Jean-Philippe's phone, Muggy drops a text saying, "The drop is ready. Where are you?"
What is the name of this bar again? Wolfram?
The smoking gun.
We are at a place called the Smoking Gun. We were going to meet near my house. The location has changed. Are you able to get here quickly, or should we come to you?
Fortunately, I suspected as much. You bloomin' runners, you never managed to keep your location straight. Besides, South Side is my area.
Can keep them straighter than Frenchie.
I'll be down there. Give me a few minutes. I'll be down there. No worries, mate.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's get serious. Somehow I sober up instantly, and I'm like, gentlemen. Okay, maybe not so much as sober. I'm sober. Words have gone.
The plan.
The plan. That's it. That. I'm gonna need the plan making to you two. I'll be back in a second. Need to go throw up.
throw up in the damn toilet. Not.
I suggest we start talking about this plan before the military man comes back.
I quite agree. I think you keep him reined in. Do you want to take point on this operation, or shall I?
You are... I believe you are much more, let's say, persuasive.
Oui.
And you seem more like a chef.
Yes, I do.
So... yeah,
I
I
didn't
suggest
come
you lead.
back, I didn't come back in and I say, did you just say he looks like a chef?
He looks like he could be a chef. I could imagine him very... chefy. Your English words confuse me.
I mean, we can call him Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is a very lovely dish. I don't man being called Ratatouille. It's no insult to me.
Case in point.
Not the same Ratatouille I was talking about, but anyway.
You mean that small cartoon mouse?
But he is a wonderful
My god, he actually knows something fun.
The funny part is, this is something that that
I love
hasn't
Disney
been
movies.
around. This is something that hasn't been around for years and years and years. I mean, this is 2067 now. DVDs don't exist anymore, and yet somehow Bastion and the vintageness of Disney and Pixar movies has been downloaded so many times that there have been many versions of it. Some of them not so healthy for your own eyes.
John, did I just hear him say that he likes Disney movies?
not know what you are hearing. You are far too drunk to hear straight.
Oi, dwarf, give me a lemonade.
Isn't it usually coffee you take to sober yourself?
Whims drink coffee.
As a factor that's nonsense. If you want something to sober you up, I got the fire water for you.
Mate, you're not giving me that crap again.
He
That's the one you gave me, Daddy did not it.
he heartily laughs. Well, I had to get my own back sometime. So yeah.
Get your own back when
And he sort of slides you across a lemonade. He's like properly put like that extra lemony flavour, you know, the soy lemon flavour, because everything is soy.
I sip it and then I go, Jesus, dude, did you put a whole lemon in it?
Yeah, you need it.
Lemon by itself.
You bloody well need it, and you probably smell better now.
God, this probably make Bastion put all over face. Anyway, I'm ready.
Muggy sends you.
Talk a little bit about what we're going to do.
Bling!
You do the talking. Bastion does the stealthy stuff, and I punch the people who get in my way.
That's great. I think my friend is contacting me with the.
So,
I believe that John and I will look fine in uniforms. However, as military personnel, you should be more noticeable.
Well, they need security to go with their food deliveries, don't they?
Exactly. My point. You come with us as, and I quote unquote, security personnel. We shall be the chefs, as we are both trained in etiquette.
so you see a rather. So turning around Valentine, because Muggy sent you a message saying, "Here now." You see a rather dishevelled looking man, which you know to be Muggy, human, rather scrawny looking.
It's a human, just barely.
He is a human indeed, and he is scruffy.
Trying to do my accent.
Looks like he's properly ghettoed up now. He's properly fallen into the London lifestyle that he's come accustomed to, and he's got a duffel bag on his back. He looks completely out of place in the city scenario. There is no sound coming from you, Valentine.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
There you
is
are.
the sound coming through now?
Yep.
I was clicking the wrong button. So I say, hello, Maggie. Thank you for this. I'll take this. My friends, this is Maggie. Say thank you to him. He has helped us out.
Arigato.
Ah.
Oh, whiskey.
I don't drink that swill. I drink
What do you drink, my fine sir?
ale like a real man. And he
Oh.
and he looks at Bastion and goes, "You're a bit young, ain't you?"
You weren't about to do this. I would definitely get you to a drinking.
With all due respect and thanks for your service, but your job is not to ask questions.
None of this is my job. I'm doing a favour for a mate. I can ask whatever questions I like, mate.
Mate.
And he and with a sort of suave click of the heels and a sort of smirk to Jean, he goes, right pair you've made friends with. I'll see you later. And he sort of gives you a like bro punch on your arm as he leaves.
Au revoir, Maggie.
Murky is not perhaps the most etiquette person on the planet. He is exactly the opposite of what everything that Valentine is. Where Valentine is very classy, wearing a top hat and a monocle. Muggy is wearing street clothes, shoes that have holes in it, and looks like he probably fell off somebody's roof at some point. So it's getting on to about 7 o'clock now.
Okay, so are we gonna sort of get? Are we going to get geared up, ready to go, and sort of last minute concerns, or are we gonna do this?
Well, I'm sober enough. Bastion, you ready?
I mean, I've kind of been waiting this entire time for the uniforms to arrive, so yes. I thanked the barman and gave him a $5 million tip. And because he's been pretty legit. And I head out with the rest of the crew after obviously getting changed.
I also get changed.
So do you get changed? Do you get changed in the bar? In the bar?
A cubicle, mate. When I cubicle.
The bar has the toilet.
I give you a clue. This is not a runner's bar. This is a legit military bar.
Toilets or something.
Yeah. So yeah, you come out and on Bastion's frame, it's a little tight on Bastion's frame. He's quite well muscled.
Muscles look large and nice.
But on Jean's frame, it's quite well suited for Jean. The uniforms weren't really built for somebody who is much more muscled, as Bastion is. And as you head off, do you go in the car? Do you go in? Do you invite people into your car, Wolf, or do you go via other methods?
Well, of course, I have also gotten changed into the uniform, and I've taken the duffel bag and put my trench coat in there, so I keep that with me. For later use in case of need. And my other cousin Lee. And I say, hey guys, let's take my ride.
So yeah, I'm assuming you go to his car.
Is he driving?
Yes, but fortunately, you know that most cars have grid guides on them, which means that he doesn't actually have to drive unless he.
And I drive it on manual.
Unless he yeah, you have to. I'll make it.
Drives on grid drive.
Mate, I'm sober enough now. I've had a limit. I'm more sober than Bastion.
No one is more sober than Bastion.
So yeah, you manage.
I just give Wolf a silly look like, oh my god, this is going to be a long day.
So as you
Days.
go past Bastion, you actually ride quite near to your place on the way to the Harato facility.
I give no indication that I know this.
That sounds about right. And you get to the facility. Do you go near the facility? Do you go elsewhere? How do you approach the facility?
Sorry, the objective for the mission is where is it to get to in the facility? To get to the top.
Yeah, there's a room quite of it, and it's probably the room on the map which doesn't have any details about it.
Ah, yeah, of course it doesn't. How convenient.
Most likely.
I stopped my car a couple of blocks away from the building. And I turned to Lee and I was a bit like, right. We need to be near when the vehicles turn up. We need to slide in with them. Guys ready?
So you also I'm assuming you take a look at the map as well, so you know where you're going when you get inside.
Yes.
So taking a look at the map, it's arranged in circles. The main bit which you can see, the middle part has what's labelled as a dining hall. Surrounding that is a bunch of offices for minor officials. The next layer out is another set of offices, but for the much more ranked individuals. Then right on the end, you find changing facilities for the men, the showers, basically anything for actually conducting the work, including the kitchens and storage units. Um, Along the back of the wall facing directly as far away from you as possible, you find a set of stairs that lead upwards. Um, do a perception check, everybody.
Visual perception check.
Visual perception check.
What is that again?
2 hits, 2 misses for a total of 30. Just over exactly half my dice.
So the 2 misses are half your dice pool.
2 no. No. 2 ones.
Yep.
1 6, 1 5.
Yep.
But for a total of 33.
The total does not matter for this. The total means nothing.
I'm just saying if you want to know like
Yep.
how much of the dice pool I got,
Cool.
if it's necessary.
That's cool.
I did a perception test earlier,
That's
didn't
just
I,
how I
Andy?
announced it.
Yep, we'll need to do another more perception checks as we go through. Welcome to
Mine was 10, wasn't it?
That's what I'm good at.
um
Mine was 10. Remember that?
no, your dice to perceive things, Wolf, is 5 dice, not
Fine,
not
okay.
not 10 dice.
Where do I find my dice to perceive things?
On the skills page, or
Skills, okay.
or on your roll sheet under spot something in the environment, which is 9 dice for you.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that now.
Yeah, it is 5. 4, 1, 2, 6, 1.
So 2 1s and 1 6.
Yeah.
Cool.
5 hits and no misses.
Okay, so
Oh, damn, sorry.
so Wolf is too busy looking at the map. He's quite focused on the idea of trying to work out exactly the right route to go round. He's trying to work out where potentially there might be issues. Jean, however, has been looking out the window of the jeep, and he sees coming up the road a bunch of white vans. With
Do they have a logo on them?
they do. They have a bunch of cakes and the word Crammer across just underneath it. You assume that this perhaps is the catering company, considering it's also emblazoned on your shirt. You you just about you sort of notice in a sort of you sort of look trying to look at the map that Wolf is sort of buried his face in. You also try to look out. You're a little bit distracted, but you do notice some white vans. So it is Jean that notices that it has a logo on it.
I point out the logo and say, "Look, it's a catering company."
Are you ready, guys?
Very well. Let us proceed.
So how do you proceed?
For now, let us just say that we are interns.
There are no interns in the kitchen. I will say that I am a chef de partie. You will say that you are a plongeur.
And I say
what?
I'm looking after you.
A dishwasher kitchen assistant. I think that we are in England.
The
No need to
basically
talk.
the funny part is all of these chaps can speak English to quite a high level. So after a while, you wait and you try to join the queue, and you head into the Horatio facility. Once you get to the compound, however, um, a rather rotund individual approaches your jeep. He's wearing the same overalls as Jean and Bastien are. And he taps on the window.
Hello?
I do not recognize you. What is your business?
I'm the new chef de partie they've sent down, and this is another kitchen boy. There was more stuff. Did you not hear of this?
I haven't been given any notice of this. Who was your ugh, I don't know. I don't know your face. Can you cook?
But of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Although I am more suited to cleaning dishes.
He's learning. He's training up under me, apprenticing, that sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm just here as a little bit of extra help.
I can
This
see
fine man is our security personnel.
Well, of you, I have no doubt at all. Right. Well, to all who's trying to persuade this gentleman that you are in fact supposed to be here, please make a performance check.
Oh. To lie to it, that's lie to another character, isn't it?
To act as somebody else. You're trying to act.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
One second.
Is it lie to somebody else unknown or known? Oh, it's the same anyway.
Oh, yeah!
I rolled a 4.
I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits, no miss.
What does a 4 do?
4 does nothing.
Oh,
You're
okay, so I'm
shit, mate. My apologies for my French, lovely viewers. Apologies for my French.
4 hits and 3 misses.
Well, that's Arcade's job.
So, Sebastian, he comes off perfectly as the kitchen boy. Could not be any more convincing of this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look to see whether he beats Jean's. Nope, he does not. He looks over at you. He's not quite sure of you, but he's like, what's your specialty? Sound.
Need audio.
Wrong button.
Sorry, I'm getting used to the buttons again. My specialty at the moment is the desserts.
Very well. Good luck with the military.
Indeed.
He looks over at Wolf. He doesn't seem to give away too much, but at the same time, he doesn't seem to fully accept you, so to speak.
I just say, this man is meant to watch over us and watch over the kitchen in case anything goes wrong.
I can see he's certainly the muscle. Very well.
The biggest muscles here.
He raises a very distinct eyebrow at you, at Wolf. Don't get in the way of my staff. We've got a very tight ship to run here. Right. I assume you know your way around? I assume you know your way around the kitchen.
Oh, but of course.
Good.
Yeah, we got this.
Good. Get to work then. And he walks off.
Charlotte, can I interrupt you for a moment?
Yeah.
We had one of our viewers just call in over the fact that our audio levels aren't high enough.
Okay.
Well, yours is fine. But me and the others need to be turned.
Okay.
Other than that, we're
I cannot boost my audio my side any higher than I have. Can you
I'll
boost
give it a shot. I'll see if I can do it.
Yep, I'll just have a look.
Sorry for the interruption, everybody.
No problem. Well, if any of our viewers do come across anything missing, if you're not seeing pictures or hearing things, please do let me know, because
Was
obviously
that any better?
I can't hear.
So mine's as loud as it's going to go. Am I doing any good?
You're much louder.
Brilliant. And you're sounding okay in my ears. But if it's not coming through clear, please let me know, and we'll see what we can do to fix the issue. That's right.
Testing. Yeah, mine apparently seem to be doing just fine in terms of recording devices.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, mine are reaching pretty much maximum levels at this.
Mine should be reaching
We're good.
maximum as possible as well. Okay. Good. You feel good?
If anyone can't hear us, please turn up your volume on your PC and have a.
This is all a new stream, guys, so there's going to be glitches. Hope you don't mind. So some of us have gremlins. It's all good. But yes, so the chef walks away from you. He puts his rather overlarge hat on, and you see people busying about pulling boxes out of the trucks, various.
I begin helping.
Roll a d6.
Right? Just sick.
I'm guessing that's a 6. Okay.
Yeah. 1-6.
However, this means that you picked up the box, which is literally just full of soy rice. So it's a pretty heavy box.
I lug it over.
To be
Just
honest,
really
I know how strong your character is. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. But at the same time, occasionally you're quite expecting to pick up the box full of rice, but you know, you just sort of lob it over your shoulder. You're quite used to it. You grew up in Japan after all. And you take it into the kitchen.
I'm just kind of standing around by the doorway, looking all security, keeping an eye on
It's
everyone.
going to be a performance check.
It's an etiquette check to see whether Wolf can remember his military training.
Which one is that?
It would be your charisma plus your etiquette.
I don't think he's trained in etiquette, so
To fill in and
yeah.
to fill in socially or assess
Assess the
charisma
social
plus.
To fit in socially, it'll be
Wolf has 1 dice. Can
He
Wolf?
screwed us up.
Knowing my luck.
Can Wolf remember his military training?
Yes,
You got 6. 5.
got a 5.
Okay, so yeah, you remember your military training. You're a little bit rusty, but you know, to be honest, you're just standing around.
Has been 6.
You're standing around at ease, and that's about what everyone else is doing, so it's fine.
I go to wash my hands.
Okay, so you find the
I join it.
you go into the kitchen. It's a very well organised kitchen, as you would expect from a military facility. Everything is laid out absolutely beautifully. And if you were Chef John, you would be pleased to be in this kitchen. It is beautiful. Even the fridge says hello to you.
Hello, Jean.
Hello, fridge.
I cannot do that for you, Jean.
So
Well, I need the salad cream.
you look at the clock. It is officially turning 10 p.m. The mission has officially begun.
Okay. Having pre-discussed this, as Jean is acting as one of the chefs, I will have him send me off to go get some ingredients at some point. And in realizing that I'm not coming back, make a fuss of it and go, "Oh, I must find this annoying servant boy," and come after me or something like that.
And I go along for security purpose.
Yeah, so I need to escort you around the premises.
I must escort you around. We must find this person. He might be a traitor.
He might have to be escorted from the building. I should have known better than to trust a filthy plongeur. Did I mention I am Frank?
Okay, Bastion, make a sneaking check. Since you are attempting
Let's do this.
you're attempting to sneak off through the facility. Unless you're trying to be bull-faced walking through the facility as a chef, which you are perfectly allowed to do so.
I'll just check quickly. Give us some.
As for Jean, make an etiquette check. See if you can blend in with the general hubbub of the chefs.
Oh no.
Yep, will do.
That is 2 hits, 4 misses.
And how many dice do you roll for that?
I rolled 10.
Okay, so it's not half your
The rest are
dice pool.
generally 4s and.
Okay, so you haven't missed half your dice pool, so it's not awful,
Mm.
but it's certainly not easy. As you're going around, you're not on point today. You don't know really where you're going.
I don't know what this is.
Where are you heading? Are you heading towards the stairs? Are you heading towards the offices? How are you going about this?
I'm heading to a point in the building. Perhaps I presume this place has break rooms, right?
Yeah, they're all on the outer edge. Or
Or a set of toilets.
Yeah, they're all on the outer edge.
Yeah. Okay. So I quickly get to how many floors does this building have?
How many walls? So you
The
have
floors.
you have the bottom floor and you have the second floor, and on the second floor you'll find a door that takes you to the place you're supposed to go. The mysterious.
Okay. I will go to. I presume there's like toilets and that sort of thing near the stairwell.
Yeah, there's a set of toilets near the stairwell.
Yeah, as is in your usual buildings,
There is the changing rooms.
I mean, yeah, change rooms would be full of soldiers. I'm going to go to the toilets, quickly lock myself in a cubicle, and text Jean where my location.
Well, before you get there, due to the fact that you're a little bit turned around, you do unfortunately bump into another military officer.
My apologies. I was on break. I'm merely seeking the toilet.
Ah, so who are you? What is your name? I need your identification.
I am working as a scullery boy. I'm sorry that I do not have any identification. This is my first day on the job.
Okay, I need you. I'll need you to go to your head chef. He will have your ID for you. Um, toilet just up here, and he sort of escorts you to the toilets
To the
near
toilets?
to the he escorts you to the toilets. And he goes.
As I'm walking in, does he wait outside?
He waits for you to go in.
Yeah,
And the
I
door
do go in,
closes.
obviously.
Um,
Okay.
do you
In which
pick
point I'm
that
going to
door?
also message. I'm also going to message John whilst I'm on the loo. That there will be a security guard waiting outside. Knock him out, bring him into the toilet, and lock him in. I text this to John, who's able to tell our lovely security.
Okay, right. Yeah, I passed along. By the way, I got on my etiquette check. I got 5 hits and 1.
Okay, so you are absolutely you've worked it out now. It took you a bit of time, but you've worked out how these guys work. You've worked out how the kitchen is. Who's the head chef? Who's the sous chef? Um, and in fact, you always get the feel to go bake something at the time, but you've still got the job on your brain. Um, and you get a text
Souffle?
through from Bastion.
Right, so after reading the text, I obviously excused myself from the kitchen, as I said, so I have to go find this guy and say, I'll bring him along for extra muscle. And then I just sort of, when we're in a quiet spot, just whisper to Sebastian, just say, okay, this is the situation. We've got the guy outside. We need. I'll show him the text and say, this is what he wants done. You okay with that?
And then I'm like, man, if I do the knocking.
Just nothing too bad.
Nothing
You'll
up
be
to kill him,
fine.
basically.
He might just need a nose.
As long as he can keep
Nothing
working,
says will
basically.
stop him. Yes, nothing says will stop him from doing his job in future. Okay.
Bastion's voice floats along your head. Nothing that will stop him doing his job.
He could do his job with a fractured skull and a semi-fractured spine.
I worry about you sometimes, Blue.
Right. So
I am sadistic.
Wolf,
Deal with it.
you're walking through the facility. You see a number of soldiers wandering around. Most of them don't pay any attention to you guys. This is fairly routine to them by now.
And as for the fact I still have a military style look to me, they looks like a standard military guy.
Do so you get to the corner where the stairwell is, and the soldier in fact is as Bastion was suspected is waiting for Bastion to come out the toilet so that he can escort him back to the kitchens.
Quick question: is he a soldier or is he an officer?
He is an officer.
Cool.
Do a perception
So,
check if you want to work out what his rank is. In fact, do a
Oh,
perception
God.
check anyway. This is to get you used to dice
Perception
rolling.
test. Yeah, no. I get that, but which one's the perception test? That's the what? To spot something in the environment. I'm getting used to this now. Yeah, get this. 42246.
So you get.
So that's
You've got 1 6. Ignore any other number apart from 6, 5, and 1. 4s do
cool.
nothing.
So
3s
I
do
got one.
nothing. You got 1 hit. Okay, you spot he is a sergeant. That's about all you can tell from him. From here.
He might have other officers with him or other troops around the area. Be careful of that.
Check.
So I just made a perception. I just
I'm on
made
the
a
loo.
perception check to have a look around the area and see what's going on. And I rolled. Let me just double check this because it's in. 1 hit and 4 misses.
No, you have 2 hits. You have a 6 and a 5.
4 misses. That's slightly better than I thought.
I'm going to do a second roll. My first roll for spotting his rank, and this one for also doing a check around the area.
So how many misses did you say?
4.
4.
Oh, that's. I got nothing. Literally nothing. I have no misses or no hits.
When the DM smiles, it's already over.
Oh dear God.
You do not you see nothing. You are
You're Jon Snow.
You are actually quite you're more interested in just the fact that the architecture is really nice for a facility. It's quite a nice facility actually. It matches the kitchen. You see nothing. But then
In my
again,
second roll for
you're not
looking
so-
around.
you weren't stupid enough to just blindly walk out into somewhere. So take your luck how it is.
So
Good
with
job,
my-
John.
Yeah, with my perception check, I got nothing. Literally nothing. No misses or hits.
So you see absolutely nothing. You are also just you don't see any extra.
You're no Northern Jon Snow.
personnel. You don't see anything out in the ordinary. You're not quite as entranced as Jean is with the general building. You are looking around, but you don't see anything particularly interesting.
Yeah. So before we go walking up, I turn to Jean and I say, "Let me take the lead. I'm security and more military. If anything happens, just knock him out if I miss or something. Understand?"
You want me to knock him out if you miss? Is that... It just... Okay.
You never know. So I then go walking up to the sergeant, marching, of course, standard military procedure. Stop in front of him, salute, and go, "Sergeant."
And who might you be?
My name is Private Lupus. I was in the kitchen. I have this chef here looking for one of the. Believe he came to the toilet. Have you seen him at all?
Ah, yeah, squirrely sort of fellow. Quite well built. Japanese fella.
Yes, that is the one. To be honest, he's not doing so well. Did he get lost? Have you seen him? He's not very good at his job. Oh, thank you very much.
He needs his ID badge. May I also have a look at yours? I have not seen your face in this facility before.
Let me
Take this moment to knock him out now. You just knock him out now.
Let me just check for mine. I then go to take a swing at.
Make an unarmed
Which-
attack.
This is
A
gonna
knockout
go well.
punch, mainly.
Huh?
A knockout punch.
So
Make-
I literally just kind of uppercut type thing, which then whacks his head against the thing if I do make this. 10d6. Oh no! Oh no!
It's against his roll, so you never know. You never know. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 misses.
Oh dear.
No.
5 misses and no hits. Is that what we said? Oh, I could have from here. The guy.
And exclamation mark roll 10. Do it again. Forget that what happened.
The guy, even though he wasn't quite too quick on the up mark, but for some reason you were so off guard with the question about your ID that you kind of fumble and you go to punch him.
I'm still drunk from earlier.
You go to punch, and yeah, indeed, your foot slips out from underneath you. With the power of your fist, You launch forward. And you end up launching your entire body forward and face planting the ground. Really quite hard. Take a stun damage.
At this point, I'm also going to come out from behind because, like, I'd snuck into the toilet. So I was pretty much just behind the door, really. And I'm going to sneak out and just kind of basically.
Basically what?
Sorry, you just cut out.
Do an unarmed attack to knock him out.
Okay, do the same. Unarmed attack. Are you trying to sneak attack him?
Yeah.
Okay, do a sneak roll first. Tell me what you get.
This is considered an urban environment, correct?
Yes.
That was so embarrassing. That's literally the worst roll I've ever had.
That is what we call a critical failure. You are now
3 hits,
prone
1
on the
miss.
floor. Defender
For the
wins.
sneaking.
Defender wins in a tie. He spots you, so you don't get the sneak attack, but you can still make a fight. So you can still make a hit on him, but it's not going to be a sneak attack. Roll your sneak attack. I'm using real dice here.
How dare ye?
Hey, I've got like 3 boxes worth of them.
1 hit, 1 miss.
He dodges. Like,
damn it.
He quite easily
John!
sees you coming, and straight past his head goes your fist.
John.
Oh my god, this plan is going so well.
I immediately spring into action and stand up and try and look as big and tough as possible and pull out one of my pistols and I say, "You buffoons, this is a very important government mission." And I turn to him and say, "I'm afraid you must stand down, sir, for the good of the country. If not, I will have to death." And I try and sort of intimidate him because I'm not a fighter.
Did you say that you pull out your pistol?
I told him to pistol whip him, but he's not just standing up and be like, "Oh, sir, you should not do this."
Okay.
I'm going sort of.
Button, John.
I have it ready to, do anything, but I'm trying to just sort of scare him first.
Well, really, I should make you all roll an initiative, but I'm going to be nice to you because since it's your first session, I'm going to let Jean attempt to persuade this.
This is like a surprise round in D&D. We'll be fine.
Yeah, go on then. So make your either intimidation or negotiation, whichever you feel will work best to your advantage.
Probably negotiation.
Negotiate. Okay, so negotiation. I'm just going to roll the die. Three hits, 6 misses.
He straight up looks you dead in the face. He goes, "What the hell do you think you? Who the hell do you think you are? You're just a chef. I'm a blooming sergeant around here. All of you." And he goes to he goes to kick the fallen prone figure of Wolf.
What I do in return as he's about to kick me, and I'm about to roll this, and hopefully it doesn't go. Oh.
Intuition plus reaction if you're going to dodge.
No, I wasn't going to dodge. Actually, wait, I need to dodge, don't I? Was it intuition?
Roll into his feet and knock him over and trip him up.
I was going to shoot him. Intuition plus what?
Reaction.
Okay, now it's going downhill.
Consummate professionals.
Intuition plus reaction. That's a 7. Okay. Right. Oh God. 1 hit, 1 miss.
Yeah, he smacks you across the face.
I got a 5 and a 1.
Um,
And I'm just like, oh my God.
you take 2 bludgeoning damage. So take away that from your physical track. As he go to try and like roll away, he smacks you directly in the temple with his metal with his steel cap boot.
Ow! That's not just gonna hurt. That's gonna break my. That's gonna.
I presume now we roll initiative.
Yep, roll initiative, guys. 1d6 plus whatever.
All of
modifier.
us.
Yes, all of you. You are all.
Yay!
All in the.
Where's initiative?
The initiative is usually reaction plus intuition, and then you roll 1d6.
Like add 1d6 to it, or do a separate
You
1d6?
roll 1d6, and you add the number of dice. The number of dice.
That's plus 8, so I should be at 11.
Okay.
I am also on 11.
Okay.
What is your reaction stat? Or does it work that way? How if 2 people get the same stat? How does it work?
You go at the same time.
Oh, okay. Me and John are so.
So your actions would be considered at the same time.
Go team!
So I roll a 1d6 and then I do a
Jesus
7d6
Christ.
with my
Nope.
reaction plus intuition.
So your 7 adds onto your 1d6 score. So what did you get for your 1d6?
Oh, so from 1d6 I've got 2.
So 2 plus 7, your initiative is 9.
Okay.
Cool, right.
Oh, the military man goes
do I do,
after us. This is new.
This has gone from a proper roll D&D to let's train DJ how to use rolling. So I now do a 9d6.
Nope. You do no
Nope.
more rolling. No more rolling. So the lieutenant, the sergeant gets to go first since his initiative is 14.
This has gone from the first fight that we have to do, and it's gotten shit. We've all missed.
Look, he just said we have to. He just said we have to. We just have to get into that room, right?
Yeah, you have to get into the room.
We just have to storm in there.
He did say without being called in. Called
Cheese
in by the
it!
guards. However, he hasn't called you
Without
in.
being pulled in by the guards.
Yeah, he hasn't called you in yet.
Okay, so we all shoot their feet.
Because currently you're trying to smack him in the face. So he hasn't had time to get his comlink to say intruders.
He's gonna fight you.
So yes, he is going to turn round to the other one who tried to smack him in the face, aka Bastion, and try to pistol whip you in the face.
Okay. Can I get like a dodge for that?
Yep, reaction plus intuition.
Oh my god, it's almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah, this game's going for a very long time. You should play D&D. Be interesting. See what happens.
Already played
Continue,
My
do your
longest-
roll.
I am. My longest D&D session was
Wait, DJ. No.
Have it.
longest D&D session was 7 hours.
Please, I'd play D&D all day.
Criminy.
That's my tomorrow, mate. Anyway, yes. How many? did
Maybe
you
we
hit?
should start sooner. Later.
1 hit, 2 misses.
He hits you. He has one
Ow.
extra hit, and you also take 3 bludgeoning damage because he's now using his pistol to hit you.
Okay. Where do I find my hit points? It's not actually on my
It's
sheet.
called it's the physical tracker. It's on your chummer sheet.
Okay, which
It'll be
just on the front.
It'll be on your right hand side on that menu. There'll be a physical.
Oh,
tracker.
sorry, I didn't realize it had arrows. Okay.
Yep.
Other info. Physical track. Okay, so I take 3.
Yep.
Okay, I'm at 8.
So you've now got a really nasty headache because this sergeant has swung around with the back end of his pistol to smack you in the face.
Such a dick. Why?
But
My God,
it is
this
now
guy's just
Bastion.
whipping our.
It's Bastion and Jean's
Literally.
turn.
Alright, listen here, you little shit.
All right.
I'm gonna attack first.
I swear to God.
I'm going to stab at his leg with a,
I'm going to
knife.
shoot him in the nutsack.
If Jean hits, I'm also going to wrap a hand over the guy's mouth so he doesn't scream out in pain.
Seeing as the initiative works in order and it's our turn before his, I also casually mention, hopefully talking's a free action, let's not fire any guns because guns are noisy.
Well, tell me how many hits you make and see whether you actually hit the guy. Because he can dodge.
Right, one sec.
Hit.
2 misses, 1 hit.
2 misses, 1 hit.
Total 21, so it's more than half my dice pool with my hits.
2 hits, 3 misses.
You guys are
And that's,
really
out
not doing well. Like, you guys are really
Oh,
not
we're
doing well.
not.
He's like a ninja to you guys. You don't know whether it's the alcohol that you had earlier or what's happened, because this guy has dodged both attacks.
It's probably you two guys didn't do your own job in the first one.
It's my 6 bottles of whiskey, his martini, and it's
And that water guy's gotten bad.
Can we beg for him to just let us go because we're so pathetic?
Just phone up the colonel and just like, can we have a redo? Like, we're not on point.
Well, it's Wolf's turn. Hopefully the other guy with muscle can actually knock this guy out.
Oh, was it my turn? Oh, so his turn.
It's your turn. It's your turn.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Right. So I need to do what is it? An unarmed attack. Please work. Please work. Please work. I swear to God, it is quitting this. I'm just gonna shoot myself in the head. And then I'm just gonna be like, screw you guys, I'm out.
This is why I like rolling with my dice.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, 2 misses.
You finally managed to land a proper blow on this guy.
I punched that guy so hard in the face.
So you use half your movement.
He sees his mom.
So you use half your movement to get up, I presume.
Okay, right, fine. I don't go for the face. I go for his legs and knock.
All right. Yeah. You probably.
Therefore, whacking his head and disorientating him.
Yeah. You
At least neck on D4.
grab at his legs and you sort of try to pull his legs from underneath him, and he goes flying. He wasn't quite expecting that, and he takes four bludgeoning damage.
And the drunkard lands the first hit.
Well, he takes 4 stun damage. In fact, sorry.
Oh, damn it.
No, stun damage is good for you because you're not trying to kill the guy.
Damn it.
Yay!
Right, back to the top. It's now his turn. He's now lying flat on his back, and he's going to try and swing his legs at Bastion to try and trip him up.
Can I just make
People
a point?
are tripping nowadays.
Yep.
He wouldn't be facing me though when I pulled his legs out from underneath.
No.
What does he roll?
He would have been facing away from me.
Yep.
Yeah, so he can kick at me still.
Yeah, so he would be on his front, not his back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he would be able to grab at him, but like I think from what he's describing, you will have pulled him, he will have fallen forward, so he'll still be able to grab at Bastion, but he might not necessarily be able to do a kick.
He can still roll over and kick me, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
But
gonna
we don't care about you
he's gonna
getting
use his
kicked.
movement, half his movement, to swing around and attempt to kick at Bastion's legs. Bastion, make a reaction plus intuition roll. Funny part is I'm rolling far less dice than you guys are.
2 hits, 3 misses.
Right, yeah. You just jumped that. Easy peasy. You just jump over that swing. Okay, Jean and Bastian's turn.
Let us make short work of this. Unarmed attack.
Go for it.
I'm still on the floor just going, yeah. I was like, yeah.
Yep.
Finally comes through for me. 3 hits, 1 miss.
Defender wins, so he
Damn.
you graze the side of his head.
Leaves a crack in the ground, sort of anime style.
Yeah, but basically you were so close, but you managed to. But he just about managed to dodge you.
So, Jean, I'm a
It's
esteemed
close.
fighter, please.
The most esteemed fighter that I am, I aim a lovely kick at his head, and I roll 2 hits, and yeah, that's it.
You just
No
hit
misses.
him with your piano.
Yeah,
Just let him do it.
He easily dodges you as well. He's already.
But my hit,
He got 4 hits.
I'm not good at fighting.
Right, everybody, roll a d6 again. See who goes first.
Oh, is it? What are we doing?
A new initiative pass. Unless you guys all want to keep the same initiative.
Should I just go again? Just do
I
a
roll
full
5.
set?
Just roll 1
No.
d6 and add the modifier.
Me and Valentine are so in sync at this point.
Yeah.
2 5s and a 4.
I got.
So I'm
4.
on 14.
That would put me at.
You're
I'm on
1 higher
11.
than me. So
No, 1 minute. Oh, 1 minute. I'm thinking, guys. Give us a moment.
Oh, stop thinking and just do it.
13.
Okay,
Okay, so I'm the lowest.
what have you got, Wolf?
I rolled a 4 and I've got a 6 as my initiative.
6, did you say?
So that would be. No, I've got 7, so it'd be 11
Okay.
in total.
Okay, so Jean and the sergeant both go at the same time.
yay!
So he's gonna again. He doesn't see you as much of a target, so he's still gonna go for Bastion, and he's going to again try to smack you again. He's quite frustrated that you three are still here.
He's like, God damn it, cat. It's like, what? This is like a minute into this fight.
How do you do?
That's 5 hits.
Oh, he misses. He misses so hard.
That's such
Like he is way off. on
We're
this.
not. We're just really good at dodging and really crap at hitting.
And your perception, you know.
It's like how we play video games, just keep rolling in circles.
Yeah. No, his
Has anyone ever
aim
played
is way
Dark
off.
Souls where you just keep rolling
goes-
around the battlefield and trying to hit it?
Yeah, he just goes way off you, Bastion, and you just sort of almost sidestep it. How? What do you do, Jean? In the
Anime
same
dodge.
movement?
Just to check, is he still on the floor, or has he stood up at this?
He's used his movement to stand up. Sorry, I should have mentioned that.
Okay, I go to stab him in the leg with one of my big shiny knives, which I'll just roll for now. Three hits, no misses.
Damn, son.
He dodges you again.
I'm not good at fighting.
This guy
We're not-
is really rolling
Is it-
well.
Is it? It's my turn now, isn't it?
It is your turn.
Use your movement to get up. And just freaking curb stomp him.
Well, he's still standing up, isn't he?
Well, it is
So
now.
do I need to roll to get up?
No.
Oh,
you
is
just
he on the
use
floor now?
You just use half your movement to get up if you want to get up.
Okay, so where is he at the minute? Is he standing up?
He's gone to go hit Bastion, and John's gone
Cool.
to go stab him, and both of them have missed.
He may be a ninja, but
So
we're
I'm gonna do a roll.
Oh wait, Bastion.
I'm an action
10.
ninja. My character's Japanese.
So I'm gonna do an unarmed attack, of which I will get up and then just literally curb stomp him in the face.
Knock him out, of course.
You go curve stomp him in the face. Okay. Bring it on.
All right, John, you can pin it.
Bring it on.
2 6s, a 5, and a 1. 3 hits and a miss.
Defender wins. You
Oh my God!
Raise his cheek. Like, if it was a blade, you would have given him
We're gonna
a
get
nice
him
little
eventually,
shave.
guys. It's okay.
We're just gonna spend the rest of this session just with this one guy. We still have the rest of the building to go for.
It's literally 3 against 1 at this point.
This is why I like D&D sometimes, because you get advantage for this sort of.
The advantage is that he's.
Oh, right, who's?
You get
Should we do another
disadvantage on
initiative?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my initiative of
we'll just
13.
I'm happy with mine.
We'll just keep initiatives for now on.
Yeah, we're gonna go through too many rounds, guys, of this.
But actually, in fact, John and the sergeant anyway have another turn this initiative pass.
Yay!
Well, we're doing great.
He is going to
I know.
try and hit you again.
And I say underneath my breath, why the hell will this guy just...
Why won't he lay down and bleed to death?
Bastion.
He's like, if he
Incoming
doesn't stop
fist
rolling...
towards
It's
your
like,
face. Incoming fist towards your face.
My one.
Yeah, your face. Yeah.
My face. Oh, okay. Roll
your
a.
face.
I jump in the way like a hero. No, I don't. Bastion can get punched in the face all he likes.
If you want to do that.
Hell no, my guy don't like Bastion.
2 misses, 1 hit.
Yeah, he smacks you directly in the face.
Guys, come on, I'm getting beat up here. How much?
It's like I've been punched in the kicked in
For
the
how
face
much?
once. How have I been hit?
Okay,
3 stun
right. So
damage.
I'm at 6, guys. I'm at 6.
He hits you for 3 stun damage. And he directly.
Oh,
He
okay.
directly hits your nose.
Yeah,
Actually,
guys, I'm at 6. Can you please help?
How do you look at
So-
how much damage we have left?
I'm
It's
keeping
not
notes of it
attack.
on my challenge sheet.
So right, and you know you reel back a bit, and like there's a little bit of blood coming out your nose, a little bit, and
Deal with this bastard.
you got a bit of a headache. Yeah, and
Is it Michael or Jean?
it is Jean.
It's mine.
Come on, John, you can do it.
And you are witnessing as you are doing your move, the sergeant's hand, fist going towards Bastion's face and impacting with it.
I'm good at sneaking, guys. I'm a rogue. I don't fight that often.
Right. Whilst he's sort of leaning over, I go for a kick on his legs, and I'm just going to roll for that.
Okay, defend. For me.
I know.
That moment when the GM rolls
I'm
really high.
rolling so well today. I hope I roll this well tomorrow.
1 miss.
I can tell from the look on your face. You're like, yay. We're just gonna die against a single sergeant. Is this it? We're just gonna fail our first mission, guys.
Yeah, we're not even gonna make it.
I'm gonna check my skills and powers. I'm sorry.
No. Well, he obviously you obviously miss because
Naturally.
just because there was no hits. He had 3 of them. Back to the top. Since we're keeping initiative passes because it takes too long to do initiative every single time, we're going to go back to Jean and the sergeant again because they have another turn. They are the fastest after all in this particular one. So make another move. He's going to try and reach for his comm link to call in intruders.
Right, well, I guess I'm going to have to try and sort of bat him away from that and try and stop him.
So how are you going
Hooray!
to... Are you going to either do it
Go.
physically or are you going to try and intimidate him?
I will try and intimidate him.
Go for the nutsack.
Yes, because I, the face character, am going to be so much better at aiming for a precise part of the body than convincing someone not to do something.
Yeah,
Then go for the gut.
That is an aimed attack to go for the balls.
No, but obviously I intimidate him. Just obviously let him know, don't make this any more trouble than it is already, because we're getting mad now.
Bastion's almost dead.
No, that's not intimidating. Saying someone's almost dead isn't intimidating.
Make your move. How well do you do?
Uh,
I'll be surprised if you
Just
don't win
roll
this one. How do you do?
one hit.
Better than his. He
Hey.
he sort of he's starting to realise now he's pretty outnumbered, and whilst you guys are perhaps not as good as fighting as him, he's gonna get tired at some point. And he falters, and he doesn't get the message out. He still has the comlink in his hand, but he doesn't manage to get the message out. Who startled him? Bastion, go!
Damn it. No talking. You silent again.
Button.
I know because I was swearing quietly to myself. This
Literally,
mother.
literally, we'll do the rest of the facility another time, next week, because
Yeah.
you're not going to get through this facility.
Well, half of it now, half of it later.
Yeah.
Right. In which case then, I'm going to do. Let me just get my.
He's got the comlink in his hand, and he's faltered from sending out the message.
Best attack is to do my unarmed attack. I'm going to try and knock him out with the butt of my Naginata.
Okay. Go
It's
for it.
retractable, so I can be like.
That's fine. Go for it. You guys are rolling more dice than I am, and somehow this guy is still standing. He is a grunt.
Somehow, yeah. We just seem to suck at that.
That's 3 hits and one 3 misses, 1 hit.
Yeah.
I've seen that misses.
He basically does a Matrix style dodge underneath your Magnata. Like,
Please, just knock him out. Just end this. End this suffering.
Wolf, you're
Right.
up. Please do knock this grunt out.
I'm gonna do something.
Stop.
Because my character is just getting fed up at this now, and I'm just like, oh, screw it.
Do you have Berserk?
No, gonna go berserk under certain situations. I pull out my pistol.
You're not going to shoot him, are you? Well, there goes our sneaking mission, guys. Please say your
shooting with
pistol again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Please don't. Please don't.
I
This is just
give
gonna make
him a look of horror as soon as I see him move towards his pistol.
Do not do this.
I'm rolling an 8. Do I hit?
There you go.
Fuck's
Oh my god.
Did you just shoot and miss?
I got 2 hits and 3 misses.
Actually, you beat him this time.
Oh my god,
Okay,
finally.
cool. Right, I shoot him, but I shoot him like hearing.
You don't actually,
Like a flesh wound.
yeah, it hits him in the chest. He's wearing just his cloth outfit.
Oh shit.
He's not wearing his armor, because he wasn't quite expecting to be dealing with an intruder with guns just wandering around the facility.
I could have gone for his. I was thinking, should I just go for the head and just blow
No.
his brains out?
We need to talk later.
There's a spray of blood from his side, and he gets hit, and you see a nice stream of blood starting to come out.
It's like
on
a
his
long
right side.
here.
Punch him
It's
there.
like it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone for
It's
a
not like a
rib.
graze. It's like it's gone through. It's gone through his rib.
Yeah,
He's got a broken rib. He has a deflated lung. He's gonna live. Just about.
I mean, if you want the numbers, he got hit for 5 hits. That's what he
How many boxes does he have?
he has basically has six of each. So he's
Okay,
not
so
doing
now
well.
he's pretty much on the point of falling unconscious or dying.
Yeah, he's quite close.
Should we
to
just
being...
leave him on the floor?
No, we pull him into the bathroom.
Okay. Do we need to do a roll for that?
Well, he's.
Are we out of combat? Is what we're asking.
No, we're still in combat. He's still up and fighting.
Is it my turn yet?
Yes, it's Jean and the sergeant's turn. He is.
Well, I am going to try and persuade him to maybe give up now because, you know, I did warn him. I warned you. Do you want to die?
Just
and,
hit.
and since he's
Man, was right.
doing so bad, since he's injured, he gets a -2 to his charisma resist.
Go to hit him. Just knock
Please.
him out. There is
Calm
no
down, Blue.
point.
This is the thing. There's disadvantage.
Violence
to it.
Violence is my way. Violence is what I do. I'm a violent person.
If we can get way out.
3
of this, I have
hits,
to kill
2
the
misses.
bastard.
You
Also, we do
persuade-
have to think about the fact that I've
Wait,
just
no,
fired a...
Oi!
Blue.
Mhm.
Shush.
Right, you were saying?
So yeah, no, he's obviously taken the bullet wound. He's properly managed to. Yeah, the rip went for his lung, and he's sort of wheezing. He's like, all right, don't kill me, all right? I'm just doing my job. And he drops the comm link to enter out of initiative.
We take the
Puts his
comm
hands
link.
up.
I take the comm link.
He
And
still has
I
one.
say,
I like this.
yeah. I kind of begin dragging him into the toilet, and I say, what you're going to say to your comrades. First, you're going to tell them that you were shot by a ruffian who managed to get into the building unnoticed. Second, you're going to tell them that the ruffian panicked once he saw what damage he had caused to another person, not being acquainted to death. You're going to say that this ruffian left the building through the back entrance of the first floor. That will be all. All through a window, whichever one seems best. You are our association.
Either make an intimidation roll or a negotiation roll.
I'm going to see which one I'm going to do better. Either of them are 7 dice. I'm just going to roll 76 and see what happens. That's 3 hits, 3 misses, but mainly my dice pool is on hits.
Oh, he failed hard. He failed hard, and he's like, all right, I'll do it. I'll just, yeah. And he sort of slumps back in the bathroom.
I slip about 20 new yen into his pocket to cover his medical bill.
that won't even go anywhere close to covering his medical.
Yeah, I know. I don't know English calculations for this. I'm Japanese.
Yeah, you've been in the country for about a year.
I'm being a nice guy. I'm just gonna slip it into his pocket and be like, done. I'm gonna also clean up any blood trails that he left to remove any trace, and I'm going to bind his hand with some like ripped cloth from his t-shirt and gag him.
I'm also just going to give him a quick look over.
I won't make you roll for it for tonight, but basically, you know he's got a really quite nasty wound to his lung. He'll be okay given a week or two of medical care. He's not going to die or anything. But you do make sure that you've patched him up. You made sure he's okay. Yeah. So he'll live. So do you leave and go up the stairs?
I presume at this point we've left him be quietly in the bathroom,
Okay.
whilst we head on sneaking around upstairs. And yeah, are we gonna carry on or are we gonna stop for the night?
This is more of a perception if you want to explore the upper floor, or you can go straight for
Okay.
the door if you prefer.
I'll roll a perception first to make sure there's nobody coming.
I'll also keep an eye out and I'll roll.
Is Wolf perceiving, or is he just barreling in?
I'm just going, I shot someone, gonna shoot. My guy loves guns, and he loves shooting people, but he's gonna be looking around. So I will also roll a perception.
Blue, 1 hit, 2 misses. GG, buddy.
2 hits,
What?
3 misses.
So
Please make a perception check, Wolf.
I am.
Please.
Forgot about
We
what
need
it
you
was.
now, please.
Was it was the noticing to spot something in the environment, which is a D. Oh,
It's 2 misses.
yeah. So we see nothing.
it's
We
a
know
bunch of-
nothing, John Sneer.
It's a bunch of labs. It's a bunch of labs up here. That's it. It's a
As we've quoted,
Wolf is not interested.
looks fine to me.
Wolf is not interested, but at all. He is just like, yeah, get on with this nonsense. I can't be bothered to carry on. We got a thing to do. This is just a bunch of nonsense. The other two who
I got a guy. My quote for today.
you guys got like 1 hit. There's science labs. There's chemical bottles. There's things in jars. There's things around, and you're not scientists. You don't really understand what this stuff is. It is things.
So we're in a set of laboratories.
But
Great.
but yeah, it's just straight corridors of labs. You can either look around
Okay,
the
so
labs,
worst comes to worst, we set things on fire and things explode.
You can have a look around at the labs a bit closer if you want. You could try and look through desks, or you can just carry on to the quite obvious door.
Yeah. Can we take a quick 10-minute break?
Well, we're near the end. We're near
Oh,
the
okay.
end.
Just making sure. I really need to go to the loo. Sorry, it's this British thing of I need to go to the loo at the most inopportune moment.
Always the way.
So
Of course.
too much tea, guys. Too much tea.
Literally, depending on how long you want to take getting to the very obvious door, it is at the
Yeah.
in the middle of the
I feel
corridor.
like maybe we should head towards that very obvious door, you guys. It seems very obvious.
I suggest we make a run for it.
Yeah, unless you guys wanna look at the labs, you can either go to the door, look at the labs. You can go back downstairs if you want. Totally fight the other guy again.
So I suggest that we don't go looking for the labs because I'm like a raging bull in a china shop. I shouldn't be trusted near explosive stuff or stuff that sits on fire. I say we go straight for the door. What do you got?
I'm going to take a perception check around the door.
You're perception checking the obvious door or
Yeah.
a lab door.
Obvious door.
The obvious door.
So
Okay.
kind of just peeking around it a little bit to make sure no one sees me and that sort of thing. So I'll also roll a sneaking check. Okay. For the sneaking, that was 4 hits, 1 miss. 5 hits, 1 miss. For the perception check, it was 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 misses.
This guy. You open the door, and there's a guy. He's quite plainly bored out of his mind. Military man. He's literally just tapping his foot with a clipboard and a watch and a timer, kind of. And he hears the door creak. He goes, "Ah, finally you're here. Get your butts in here."
Oh, is this the kennel?
Nope, it's somebody different.
I get my butt in there.
I walk into the room just whistling normally, like nothing happened at all. Nothing. It was like,
So you.
I also
You're
hand
the
back.
team from Sir Colonel, aren't you? Yes, you probably are. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's very nonchalant about your even your presence. Okay, at this time, did you injure any staff that we need to know?
I'll walk in knowing this is about the colonel. Like, for a moment, I'm like, oh, is this some sort of military thing? Oh, this guy's probably trying to trick us. And then I like walk in like, oh, very well, awkwardly.
Did you do any damage to any staff members, just so that we can go then give them medical
I look
attention?
pointedly at
Bastion's is like, whoa. And I just kind of go, there might be a guy who might need a new lung downstairs in the bathroom by the stairs.
Very well.
Oh, he's being dramatic. There's a guy in the bathroom. He got a little bit shot. He's fine. I checked over him.
He very plainly doesn't really care. You get the feeling that he really doesn't want to be here. And he just goes, all right. He goes, hey, yeah. Stevenson, yeah, that's the one. He's in the bathroom. Probably got a bullet in him. He's not dead though, by the sound of it. Just go collect him.
I bring him back up.
There he goes then.
That sounds more casual than me.
I just carry him over my shoulders like,
He gives a sort of lazy salute. He goes, welcome to stage 2. And this is the bit he's obviously been waiting to do this bit now. And you get into the facility. You get your guest ID badges now. You're now registered in the facility. You're supposed to be here now. And he takes you through the next set of doors, and he goes, welcome to the test rig. Bang! And there is where we will end for tonight. Thank you everyone for listening.
Yeah.
thank you everyone for suffering through that.
Thank you for suffering through technical issues and us.
And Wolf. Just
most
And
of us
4 hours of me being.
all of the players do not actually currently know how to use the roll sheets particularly well. Hence
I
why
do.
this. Yep. But you're an
Like
ex-
I
these
you're,
guys
don't.
have done.
you're an XG. You're a GM. Let's be honest. You probably pick up on these things a lot. Yeah. Welcome.
roll for initiative.
Like these two at the top of the screen, they know this stuff had to do. Us two at the bottom don't.
But that's okay.
We done.
That's okay. So, thank you for listening. We'll be back again next week, where we will hopefully have far better rolling, far better role playing, and 0 technical issues. I'm still learning how to use.
And one more
OBS.
thing. And one more thing as a request from my friend. My name is.
You gotta say it with the accent. If you're gonna do it, you gotta say it with
My
the
name is
accent.
Yep.
My name.
There you go. Do it properly.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Yep.
My name is
I
Jeff.
hope,
Come on,
I
join
hope,
it.
I
Join
hope
you.
the lovely people
Join.
in the chat enjoyed
Come on,
yourself.
join it.
My name is Jeff. Is this
Oh, my name is
memes?
Jeff.
Is this memes? Are we doing memes?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we need to explain this to you.
You have two.
Okay, right.
There's 2 meme lords.
We'll
in-
have a
in
talk
the room.
later.
But yes. So good night, everyone, and I hope to see you next week, 8 p.m. on Friday on the Road to Chaos. Good night, everybody.